So anyway, what was I saying earlier? So yes, getting back into Dark Brotherhood. Back to Oblivion, back to Dark Brotherhood times. We're here in Breville specifically because we have been contracted to give this person a kiss before dying, apparently. What an odd title. But I know this rectangle that or square I'm stuck in is covering part of this. But yes, it's the dude that is in front of, the wood elf that we see in front of the statue. We are to resolve him. However, he knows that somebody's out for his ass. And he's alerted the guards to not intervene if a fight breaks out, that kind of thing. Of course, I think we could take him regardless, but yeah, he is ready for a fight. And like I said earlier, I prefer these. I prefer it when they're ready for a fight, because then they will fight back, and then it's not a crime, right? It's not like I'm starting the first punch. If I'm antagonizing them and they want to throw down, then it's a consensual combat experience, and there's no, like, assault happening. It is a mutual assault, I suppose. Two neighbors shot each other. Oh my god, over Kool-Aid. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, when things get heated and escalate, I feel like a lot of those times it was probably not just about, like, Kool-Aid in that particular instance. These two neighbors might have had beef for, like, years. Like, this might have been escalating for a long time and kind of been bubbling underneath. But still, yeah, when the tipping point is reached, and the thing that hit that tipping point was something so arbitrary like two video games, an argument over two video games, then yeah, it makes us all look like a bunch of goofs, bunch of goobers. Anything is possible. That's right, anything is possible. But like I said, back into Oblivion since Saturday. By the way, I didn't really mention it earlier, but I'll mention it now. You might have noticed in the title underneath the stream. For those watching on YouTube, this won't make any sense, but on the title, you'll see that the next charity stream will be the 26th of November. So yeah, I think that's what I'm planning for. The 26th will be the Extra Life fundraiser number 2, fundraiser marathon stream number 2. So that'll be another 8-hour marathon stream, and it'll be focused on weird shit. Last night, or Saturday night, it was spooky shit. Some of it was also weird, but the games this coming Saturday will be or not this coming Saturday, on the 26th. The next marathon stream will be more focused on weird stuff. We might still do some spooky things. Seems like spooky games and weird games sometimes have a decent bit of overlap, but the plan, at least, is to have it be more focused on the weird shit. So, this is where the person will eventually be. I think he is here. Let's see, it's 3 a.m. He's here till 1 a.m. Okay, so otherwise, I don't know where he's going to be, and I think this is my active quest. Lucky old lady. I kiss the old lady on the cheek, and do I get a wish? Well, I do. I get, I think, a very brief luck bonus. Luck, what's it called? Fortification. So let's do this. He arrives at 5 p.m. So I'm just going to chill over here. We're going to wait for 11 hours. Oh no, 13 hours, right? We want to get to 4:59 p.m. That sounds miserable, by the way. Just standing around for 13 hours. I mean, you'd get hungry, you'd get tired, your legs would get sore, your feet would get sore, just everything would just kind of be awful at that point. So here I am emerging from my shadows, coming out of my cave, and I'm feeling just fine. Or cage, and I'm feeling just fine. So he's allegedly somewhere. He's probably en route. Yeah, we're definitely after 5 now. Every night between around 5 and 1 to make a wish, as is local custom. Oh, he shows up. Oh, he's not there for the full time, though. Ah, okay. Because we've seen him stand there for just hours on end. So, yeah, this... Wait, hold on. Why is there battle music? What? Cliff Racers? I haven't played Morrowind in a while. It's probably not Cliff Racers. Did the dude find me and he wants to fight me right now? Ouch. He sure does. And I'm over encumbered. Wow. Yeah, so this guy, when they said he was ready for a fight, they weren't kidding. This motherfucker was looking for a fight. I thought he was gonna talk to me and be like, what are you doing here? And, like, you know, this is suspicious, don't you think? And then we would have like a moment we could taunt him and you know, and say something menacing and evil and shit. And then he would be like, on guard, and then we would have, you know, a standoff of sorts. Instead, this motherfucker like saw me from a distance and was like, let's fucking rip his ass off. My blood turns to ice. What was that? What was that? Did you see something at the top that popped there for a second, like some text that I saw? Must now journey to the city of Anvil. Pick up my reward. As a familiar, oh, it's you.
No! I'm too late. I thought I could get here in time. Thought I could stop you. My Sithis, what have you done? What madness has claimed you? You have betrayed me. You have betrayed the Dark Brotherhood. Why? I am here to end your miserable life. But I can see the confusion in your eyes. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
Accurate. All right, so a few things. So yeah, that explains the text that popped up in the top. So yeah, we resolved that situation and we were told, okay, now go to Anvil and pick up your next thing. But yes, we knew. I mean, I kind of know what happens. I kind of saw the spoiler at one point. We know that eventually something's gonna break. I wonder if we're about to see it now. Although I'm surprised to see Lucian. I was thinking that that something else was going to happen, or was going to eventually reveal itself. So the fact that Lucian has appeared was unexpected. Watch the moon tonight, Johnson. Is it? Oh, yeah, it is a full moon tonight, isn't it? Or, well, I don't know if it's full, but like pretty up there at least. Now I understand. Or what are you talking about? I'm not sure how my dude would understand, because I'm not sure I do.
Your first dead drop contract. You carried that out, killed Celidaean. After that, you eliminated the Draconis family, as ordered. Then, betrayal. Your dead drops went unvisited. Your targets ignored. Instead, you have been systematically killing off all of the members of the Black Hand.
Interesting.
Shagasta, Shali, Zuvalovani, Havelstein, Horblood, speakers and silencers all, and Ungolum, the listener himself.
So those are all Dark Brotherhood members that we were eliminating unknowingly.
The members of the Black Hand know you're innocent. They know you are only following orders. They believe I am the traitor.
So, it either means that somebody was intentionally misleading us, sending us around to those those people as targets, or Lucian is, you know, trying to do something himself, and he is a traitor. So that's kind of what we're trying to figure out here. Hey, what's up, 5 and Grow? The council is watching. That's a good emote. So, do we like pledge full loyalty, or do we kind of go in the middle? Let's kind of go in the middle, because yeah, is it possible that this guy is trying to plot something? Sure, but probably not as of right now. I mean, he seemed like genuinely indignant that that we were like seemingly betraying him, and now that he's like figured out that we've been misled, he seems like he's as in the dark as we are. So
The traitor.
Let's see what he says.
Switched your orders and has been sending you to the wrong dead drops. You and I have been deceived.
Really smiling about it.
We must find out who is behind this betrayal. We haven't much time. I'm hunted day and night by the Black Hand. They want me dead. Here is what you must do. Go now to your next dead drop. Lie in wait and confront whomever drops off the false contract. Uncover the true traitor's identity, and then come see me. I'll be in hiding. Fort Farragut is no longer secure. It's under watch by the Black Hand. I'll wait for you at Apple Watch, the farm where you killed the old Draconis woman. It should be empty and safe. Now go, and may Sithis help us all.
Should be empty and safe, he says. Anything else?
Are you mad? My life is on the line, and the entire Brotherhood is at stake. We don't have time for this nonsense.
What if someone got the name? Yeah, what if it was just an innocent, like, clerical error? What if it's just a bureaucratic mix-up? And yeah, somebody just whoopsie-daisied the wrong name tag to the wrong assignment, and they go, whoops, sorry, I got a new secretary this week, she's still new, and you know how it is, man. Yeah, I got, like, the administrators up top, yeah, they had a bit of a mishap. The guy that usually handles this is on PTO this week, so someone tried to step in, and I think they read the wrong name cards, and you know, it's okay. We'll have a beer after work at the in the bar next to the office, and we'll get this all resolved.
Learn the identity of the betrayer so we can end this madness and restore the authority of the Black Hand.
Surprised that he... Can I talk to him?
You'll return to me?
Nope, not yet.
Yet you bear no news? Go, silencer.
Okay, anyway. And he runs off, yeah. It's kind of fun watching the AI pathfinding, because yeah, it's kind of strange for him to appear really in broad daylight like this. It makes sense, obviously, but usually he is like very afraid to appear in front of people. Granted, we were kind of away from people, but still, there were guards within eyesight. Eyesight. Hello, I'm just looking at a dead body, nothing weird. I mean, technically he did start the fight, so... Technically, it was a mutual moment. Body's still warm. It sure is. Bow of Winter. Now, this guy have a house, by the way. Ungolem. I have his key. He does. Apparently, I'm standing right next to it. Yeah, this is right here. Needs a key. I have a key. How perfect. Take everything from him and then leave him in his panties. Well, that is what the real gamers do, honestly. They, or that's what the real gamers wear, that is, when they're out adventuring. So they make sure to take their most comfortable panties with them. So that way, if you have to, you know, explore dark caverns and crawl around cramped spaces, you have comfortable ladies' underwear to make sure that they're able to like stretch and reach into tight spots and be nimble with the greatest of ease. Repair hammers, all kinds of fun things. Of course, I'm over encumbered, but that's fine. Actually, speaking of repair hammers, if I just do one of these and break that shit, easy. BDR's like, I'm not so sure about that, Alex. What I'm basically wondering is if there's any indication that this person was a member of the Dark Brotherhood, as Lucian claims. I don't really have any reason to doubt him at this point, but it seems like a lot of the times when you find that like somebody was up to something that they were trying to keep secret, once you go into their house and you kind of rumble through their stuff, you can see like maybe a very small but noteworthy indication that yeah, they were up to something. Like maybe they would have one of the volumes of the Dark Brotherhood written works by their bedside table or something, or maybe they'd have some nondescript robes, investments on their person, or like next to their sleeping bed or something, their sleeping space, that is. But yeah, this is actually pretty mundane. This guy doesn't really have anything special, really, so nothing jumps out of the ordinary. Stripped him naked and threw him in the river, Fivefinger. Yes, that's how all good stories should end. And begin, actually, for that matter. Is that normal in every Elder Scrolls game? Yes. Well, in Skyrim, it was probably a lot easier. In this game, it's easier, too. In Morrowind, it was a lot harder to throw somebody into a river, though, because when they die, they just fall over. We're going to Anvil, right? Yes, we're going to Anvil next. I'm going to stop by the Imperial City so we can sell some things, because we are overflowing. Our cup overfloweth with inventory and things to sell and such. Bloodborne deaths were that fun. Yeah, there's a number of times in video games where When I die, I just feel the frustration. I don't have the comedic joy of watching my dead body flail around or get glitched into walls. So if this game has anything going for it, at least it has accidental comedy when things like that transpire.
I'm at your service.
Mouse keyboard. Oh, so you were on the like probably Xbox 360 controllers way back in the day. So yes, welcome to the mouse and keyboard land. The only downside with mouse and keyboard land is that it's very glitchy. I would imagine playing on original console hardware was probably pretty alright. You probably didn't have as many crashes on, on console hardware.
What can I interest you in?
But here, yeah, here it's a little bit silly sometimes. And sell all these things, by the way. We've got lots of these things to sell. Lots of arrows that we collected from other people. These are not arrows that I myself have any need for, because I don't really have any skills with bows, so it's not really worth it.
And that's...
It was worth mentioning that when we were taking the quests for the Dark Brotherhood, we were taking the dead drops from Lucian, that the first several of them were intended targets, or were like targets that he wanted us to take. So it was only halfway through, or partly way through, that our quest line got interrupted by somebody who has, diverted us into betraying our own organization. So it's not like we were being misled the whole time. We've only recently been misled, which is interesting. Sleep for 2 hours and go watch an eclipse. That sounds nice. I didn't realize it was going to be eclipse tonight specifically. Tried hard to get mods working. That is. Oh wait, like getting mods working on like hardware, that is, on like console hardware? Because yeah, modding like Xbox 360 to allow mods to be installed, that kind of thing. I understand that it's pretty involved, and it's like, there are guides for it obviously, but still there's always the chance that things can go wrong. Hotkeys weren't working for you. Yeah, I understand that's probably a tricky one to deal with then. Because I've never tried modding hardware, or at least nothing significantly. Most I've ever done was using the what's it called? I think the Gecko homebrew software on the Wii to install some Brawl mods years and years ago. But the method I installed was through the SD card, so it wasn't like impacting the actual Wii hardware. It was just impacting memory. But you restart the console and it's back to normal. So there was nothing that ever stuck. But yeah, no, I understand going from gamepad land to mouse and keyboard land, it is an adjustment as you would expect it to be. So I know it's a little bit weird, probably. Yeah, Shadow Hunt. That's the bow we have on our person. I guess I'll hang on to it in case we need to use it for something, but I don't expect to anytime soon, honestly. It's a lunar eclipse tonight. That is exciting. Oh, trying to get the... Oh, I got you. So it is on PC, but just using a controller on PC, right? Yeah. Yeah, some games, like trying to get gamepads to work for some older games on PC is kind of a nightmare. Usually I prefer mouse and keyboard, but like for some platformer games, that kind of thing, it is nice having a gamepad. If it's through Steam, usually it's not too bad, but yeah, it's some older games like this one. Yeah, I'm not surprised that it would be a little bit silly, unfortunately.
You've made. That's
I'm gonna sell a bunch of things. You can see I'm really strapped for cash right now. I'm really suffering right now. So somehow I will manage with this very small amount that I have on my person right now. But yes, you can imagine I'm trying to get through a bunch of this. Now, was this something I wanted to hang on to? I think I want to sell this, don't I? Heavy armor, blunt. Strength is all right. Armor is nice. Yeah, this is just more useful for us. Let's sell this one.
An excellent bargain.
An excellent bargain. Whoa! Oh my gosh, Reaper Queen with the sub as well. Thank you. My goodness, that's kind. Reaper Queen, you're too freaking kind, man. You hit us with multiple raids, hitting us with a sub. Well, thank you. That's very generous. You're too kind, my friend. And like we were just saying earlier with Corky hitting us with the gift sub, it's like I don't want anybody to ever think that it's an expectation, but of course it is appreciated. You're very generous. From one Oblivion enjoyer to the next. Actually, not even an enjoyer. It sounds like Reaper Queen is quite familiar with this game. I'm like getting familiar. I'm getting learnt because as a first playthrough, I still have much I'm trying to learn kind of as I go. Since I'm a Morrowind boy, I'm one of those weird, smelly Morrowind fanatics you've heard about. Your parents probably warned you when you were younger. It's all true, by the way. Everything that you were warned about when it comes to Morrowind fans, it's all accurate. The stereotypes, the smells, the basement dwellings, the bottles of piss, it's all accurate. So just get that out of the way from the get-go. But as a Morrowind boy, it's an adjustment, right? Like, I'm enjoying myself, obviously, but it is different. So that's part of the fun of getting into this this kind of thing. Yeah, like I was saying, I think I might hang on to this for now. The alternate set of greaves. Did I get a lot of potions? I guess I probably did. Great content, great. Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind, Reaper Queen. I really appreciate you, friend. I'll say this much, Reaper. It takes one to know one. I'll say that much. Johnson. Oh, that's very sweet. She sends you cat pics. That's a good friendship like system. A good friendship configuration. Yeah, cat pictures are a good currency that I will gladly encourage. So I'm down for that. Five Finger says, I never heard about the smells. Well, you might not have heard about them, but you definitely smelled about them. Which is enough to stay in your memory banks forever. No preload. Oh, wait, what's up, Mr. Jet? Is that for Sonic Frontiers, which releases in an hour and 33 minutes, I'm guessing? If we're going by like our respective time zone. Because yes, I know it's the 8th, and that's going to be tomorrow, and it's going to be very exciting, and that JD is, like, vibrating with anticipation, I would imagine. Because yes, I'm excited. I'm excited for the game, and I'm excited for you and other, like, Sonic fans who are like, very jazzed about it, because I hope the game is very good. Actually, I'm going to keep that. That's pretty good. 7 seconds of paralysis is pretty good. I'm excited for you. Oh my god, look at this. 194 healing potions. We just did the, oh gosh, with the quest where we got Goldbrand. I can't remember the name of the guy, the Daedric quest for it. But we fought so many things that had just stupid amounts of healing potions. Can I sell like 150 of them, or does he not have enough money? 15,000. Jesus fucking Christ. This is ridiculous. So, no, I do not. Yeah, he only has 2,000. This is the dumbest shit. Look at this. I got to sell it in bundles of like 15, like a chump. Because he doesn't have enough cash to do it all at once, which is just dumb as hell. Yeah, so that was a Daedric quest we did last time. We got a fuck ton of these things and also quite a bit of magic potions. But yeah, we kept fighting bad guys. And upon emerging victorious, they would have like 40 healing potions on their person. I had the carrying capacity for it, so I'd grab them. But yeah, now we've ended up in a ridiculous situation where selling them is more of a trouble than it's worth. Completely ridiculous, man. Completely ridiculous. Imagine. BDR says I'm imagining the smell. Yeah, I'm imagining it right now, and it's not good. It's not good. Releases in 12 hours. Oh, I was hoping it released at midnight or something. But yeah, so no preload. So when it does release, you'll have to install it manually like a chump. Although, JD, since I know you're in Texas, do you have Google Fiber in your area around Texas? Because I know some people in Texas do have Google Fiber. We'll get down to just 10. So look at that. We just got, what was that, like 15,000 gold from that bullshit? You kidding me? I'm going to sell 15 of these. Ridiculous. Truly ridiculous. Still need these for the Fighters Guild quests. These actually on all the salts for Frostcrag Spire. Did I collect a lot of books? I still have this, but that we might need that for other things later on. Looking for other things to sell. Small diary. Yeah, we might not really have much else to sell, at least from those bundles. Sell these puppies.
You drive a
hard bargain. I have these things. I'm just gonna sell all those. And there we did. So we did a lot of haggling just now. Not literally haggling, but a lot of merchantiling. Only send 10 cat photos at once. Discord is trying to nerf you, Johnson. It's because Discord fears you. They fear the power that you wield and the power of your cute kitty cats. And I would wager they are correct to fear you, but I would say that eventually they'll come around and eventually they'll learn to worship you and your cat pictures. Strange alternate dimension where the mechanics are good. Exactly, Five Finger. Yeah, sometimes it is a world of self-delusion. I sometimes live in that delusion. I am sometimes part of this five finger. Google Fiber or Google Guyber, and it was just for the boys, just for the fellas. Sometimes you gotta Google Guybe it up. What? Do you ever say a sentence and then you kind of reflect on what the sentence was, and you feel like like your brain just kind of stopped working for a little bit? Because that's what I'm feeling right now. I feel like I just said a sentence, and like I lost kind of some brain cells. Apologies if I, by proxy, caused you guys to lose brain cells too. Maroon man to yeah, exactly. Prepare for poverty, but it's okay because we get all of his gold and he instantly replenishes it. So it's like they have infinite money, but they are only willing to dish out so much at a time. But they have like an endless well, I suppose. Google MacGyver. You have to fix everything yourself. Yeah, with like pencils and thumbtacks and paper clips or some shit. There is the haggle mechanic. Yes, I know of it. I think it's like I'm guessing it's like a wager. Like you're not a wager, but it's an opposed dice roll that if based on your speechcraft and your mercantile skill, it will either help or hinder your ability to make money. To make more money, that is. That's what I'm guessing. So I don't really mess with it too much, but I know it is an option. Yeah, that's exactly it, Ogasso. It also sounds like baby talk. Isn't that every sentence ever said? I feel like sometimes for me, yes, absolutely. Already the negatives, five finger. The way I see it is that if we lose enough brain cells, it's like numbers that underflow in software with when like computers calculate numbers, the way that computers like keep track of values and whatnot, because a data type, typically speaking, has like, well, not typically speaking, a data type has a finite number of a finite range of values. So like an integer is like base 16 or something, or not base 16, it's like 2 to the 16th or something like that value, max and minimum value. So if you go high enough, it'll overflow and you'll get like, instead of 256, you'll hit negative 255, or instead of 512, you'll hit negative 511. So that kind of thing. But if it works the opposite way. So if you get negative 256, it'll underflow and pop you back to the top at 255. So if we do that with brain cell count, it means if I go far enough into the negatives, it'll underflow back up to like, yeah, 1023 or something like that. Positive 1023. Wait near the barrel behind the statue in the pond. Okay, that's where we are. So where's the dead drop gonna be, I wonder? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Because for a minute there, we were going to have a quest to like retrieve the next dead drop and get the next deets. But I'm starting to think that that's probably not on our menu right now. What do brain cells do? Honestly, it's all up for debate anyway. It's all just made up numbers and gobbledygook anyway. Subtracting a negative means you're adding. Oh shit, you're right. Double negative, Corky. Oh man, that's the spicy one. Corky, that's right. Corky is licensed for these kinds of conversations. The 3 rights make a left. There you go. There you go. Every right turn is a left from the other perspective. Now we're getting weird, as it should be. So wait near the barrel behind the statue. So I think this is where we are to wait, and I think it just says just to wait and just watch for somebody. Comes up to this fake dead drop. I think this is going to be the dead drop. So like this is the place for it. So I almost wonder if I should be in chameleon mode to see if anybody picks up what we're putting down. Because it is empty, so nobody's dropped anything yet. Confront the person, yeah. So they will be forced to confront us. I'm gonna like zoom my camera out so I can see them from afar, but the only downside is that, yeah, when you're this close to a wall, you can't really do much. Oh, it's this person. Is that a person we recognize? Maybe? Kinda? NASCAR drivers, you're right, Demon. That's right. Math has entered the chat. I don't mind it. I actually have a minor in math.
No, no, please don't hurt me.
My major was computer science, but my minor was in mathematics in college. So here we go. Here we go, rather. Do I recognize this person? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do anything wrong. It was the robed man. He paid me to put those things in the barrel. I don't know his name, and his face was in shadow. He called to me yesterday as I walked by the lighthouse. I think he lives there. Or he did, anyway. He told me he was leaving Anvil. I'm sorry, but that's all I know.
3 right angles makes 1 right angle. Yep, yeah. Literally. The advanced math tests, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, Quirky, the most math I've ever done in my life was in college, and I've done very little since. So I have like a shiny piece of paper that says I'm good at math, but the honest answer is that I haven't really applied it at all beyond the stuff that I have to do for work, like with writing code. And like, yeah, you have to like use just basic like it's not even like regular math. I guess they call it discrete mathematics, so they call it like so there's a few different words for it, like, or it includes things like logic and that kind of subcategory of mathematics. But yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I haven't had to touch calculus in, gosh, over a decade at this point. So I don't really have much that I can back up with it, other than, yeah, just the computer sciencey stuff, which does get used pretty often. Geochemistry, which is and then you teach physics, of course. Geochemistry, actually, that makes sense. I'm sure that has a decent bit of overlap, at least. Yeah, discrete math. So yeah, you probably know what I'm talking about. Tell me about this lighthouse, by the way.
It's just outside the city walls. I think the robed man has lived there for quite some time. In the cellar. I don't know.
Robed
what goes
man.
on down there, but there's a horrible smell coming from underneath that door. It's like something died inside. Listen, that's all I know, really. Maybe Ulfgar Fogeye can tell you more. He's the lighthouse keeper and probably rented out the cellar.
You think he would know more?
Talk to Ulfgar. He's sure to have the key to the cellar. You know, if you want to get down there. Now, please, just let me go.
Johnson's not a fan of it, though. It's very pedantic. Yeah, it is weird. It's weird, and it's not for everybody. I liked it a lot, and I've had to utilize it a bunch. But yeah, I fully acknowledge that, yeah, it's not gonna be everyone's cup of tea. I mean, that's math in general, though. Math in general can be kind of divisive. Some people love it, some people are loath to it, but at least that particular aspect of it I enjoyed quite a bit. At least most of it. There were some chapters in like, you know, the textbook that I didn't really enjoy studying quite as much, but like some of the stuff was pretty useful.
Varel Morvay's been a good master. I like the town and the people. No reason why I wouldn't want to be here for many years. Just like the master.
Anything else we can talk about? Nope, nothing else. Also, I like how...
Just leave me alone, all right? I don't want no trouble.
I like how there was no option to be like, fuck you, I'm killing you, and then, you know, kill him dead. Also, I will take the gold and the dead drop. I'll still take the stuff. Let's see what dead drop 8 was going to be. Hello again. Are you mad that I just took the gold?
I hope you're not too angry with me. I never meant to do anything wrong. Honest.
Yeah, nothing else. Nothing else he has.
Just leave me alone, all right?
Not a fan of how your teachers taught it. Oh, proofs. Yeah, proof by... Was it proof by induction, Johnson? Yeah, that was like a section that was a real grind. That shit was very unpleasant. And I appreciate what it did, and I appreciate how it was, how like it can be used, how that discipline can be applied to other things. So I'm grateful what's the phrase? I'm grateful that it's in the rearview mirror, but studying it was miserable. So that one was very unpleasant. But most of it I enjoyed. There's probably a teacher out there. Yeah, that's a good teacher can make so much of a difference, Quirky. I was very fortunate. I had a lot of really cool teachers, and very much in college. Test offs on the proofs. Yeah, it's miserable. Yeah, proofs are weird because it utilizes mathematic concepts, but it's not like arithmetic, or it's not like following a a series of operations, it's like you have to like, you almost have to like do like a handstand and like turn your brain upside down and approach a verbal language, or not verbal, but like a textual thing from like a mathematician's point of view. It's like a weird combination of like like a philosophical mathematic quandary, and then you're trying to connect two concepts. It's so fucking weird. Yeah, that was a chapter, that was like a section of that course that made everybody miserable. Nobody liked that. Everybody disliked that. Trying to tie discrete mathematics to real phenomenons or proofs with no breaks. Had to find YouTube. Oh yeah. Paid a lot of money just to, yeah, that's so frustrating. I think a lot of us have had that situation before, Johnson, where like, yeah, your college is expensive. It's like, we're paying all this money, and then you get into the classes and the teacher or the professors are not very good teachers. They're, they're good at getting grant money for the school, which is, I guess, by definition, more important for some colleges, at least. Like, it's like, they don't necessarily want professors that are good at teaching. They want professors that are good at, furthering their institution. So you unfortunately end up in these courses, in these situations where you have a tenured professor who's, well regarded and very good at some parts of the job, but awful at teaching. So yeah, it's like a self-teaching thing, which is a frustrating situation to be in. Sometimes, like, the professor will show up on the first day of class, be like, "Hi, I'm Professor so-and-so. Anyway, my office hours are this, and the TA is going to handle the course. So you'll never see me again, bye." And then they leave, and yeah, their assistant is the one, like, teaching the course. Like, or at least handling the lectures, and, you can still talk to them in office hours, but, like, wow, I'd never see this person anymore. It was like that for several courses. That sounds awful. I'm grateful I only had, like, really actually only one instance I can think of that was kind of bad. So I was pretty lucky, honestly. A lot of them were just not so good. What if the assistant's good? Yeah, if the assistant is a good teacher, it's then that's great. But, like, of course, they're a lot younger and probably less experienced, so it's kind of a mixed bag, obviously. But yeah, that's a tough spot to be in, Johnson. I feel for you for sure. I'm sorry to hear it left such a bad impression, but I can't say I blame you. It's already a weird subject, and like I said, it's not a lot of people's cup of tea just by default. So I would forgive anyone for saying it was not their cup of tea and that they did not really enjoy it. So anyway, we need to find the dude. Let's talk to Ulfgar. See if we can be persuaded to part with a key to the cellar. Let's persuade him with brass knuckles and tire irons. Actually, you wouldn't need finger quotes for that part. Wonder who this robed man was. I mean, the robed man sounds a lot like Lucian, since he is a robed man who, his face isn't so much shrouded in shadows, but he does, appear and disappear very much willy-nilly with little to no warning. And they were saying that if there was a Dark Brotherhood traitor amongst the midst of, like, the Cheydinhal group, it was very much within the organization. So if there's somebody that's causing a rift now within the Dark Brotherhood, and they are a robed person who keeps their identity hidden and is shrouded in mystery, well, that matches the description of all Dark Brotherhood people. So this very well might be somebody else within the Dark Brotherhood, not necessarily Lucian. But it would track that it's from somebody within. A lot of computer science stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree. If it's a fellow undergrad, when it's a teacher's assistant, usually, I think, almost entirely, it's going to be a grad student. I would hope it's a grad student. Because, yeah, then it's somebody that, you would think is a bit more on the up and up. And is more familiar with things, and isn't just, a fellow undergrad who is as inexperienced as you are. Maybe they're like, maybe like 1 year older than you, or maybe they took the course 1 or 2 semesters ago. That one's not so bad, because, if they're being tasked with teaching the course, or at least handling the lectures, then, they better be, hopefully, decently prepared, because, if they're a fellow undergrad, then that's underclassmen, then that's going to be a tough one. It might be upstairs, actually. Quirky says, I'm feeling sleepy. So thank you for hanging out, Quirky. And thank you again for your generous donation to the Extra Life fundraiser that we got going on. The charity fundraiser for helping out the Children's Miracle Network, hospitals, miracle hospitals, and also giving a gift sub to Johnson. That's very generous. And of course, just having you here is always nice. Your presence is always appreciated, my friend. All right, so we got to find where this guy is. I'm guessing we probably go into the lighthouse proper then. Here we go. Need to see if we can convince him to, how do we say, part ways with the key that he has so we can get into the basement. Or I could just sneak my ass down there myself, probably. Can't see why not. Teaching English with 0 qualification, chat type. Well, I guess the nice thing there is that your qualifications are that you're a native speaker. So I'm just thinking, like, if you have an underclassman or an undergraduate person that, you know, took a course 1 or 2 semesters ago and now they're tasked with like handling the lectures for that same course, and it's a thing they only learned like a year ago, then ooh, that's a bit spicy. They better be like really damn good and really damn smart for something like that. Okay, he's got his sword, so I wonder if he's like ready to throw down at a moment's notice. So yeah, but you're right though, JD. It's like at that point though, you would think that there would be some kind of controls in place for like, yeah, do we want to give this job to somebody who like only just showed up for teaching English? Because teaching English is I'm sure quite difficult. It's a weird language, man. Anyway, here's the dude.
Well now, what might you want?
What won't I want? I want the key to the cellar.
Oh, do you now? And just why should I give you that?
So do we just go for instant threat of violence? Actually, let's do this. Maybe I say nothing, because again, I could probably just break in myself, honestly.
All right, that's it. You've got an annoyance
Really?
now. Have at thee.
This guy wants to fight very easily, very quickly.
Ooh.
But he's not going to last very long, obviously. Woo! Well, I got the key. I was thinking like, well, maybe I could just sneak in. Maybe I don't need to like try to shake this man down for the key. It's probably fine. I'll disengage. And he said, no, I want to fight. So I got the key, yeah. Maybe this is the kind of thing where you could only get it by, like you could only get in with a key, because there are doors like that in this game. It's not like in Morrowind where if it's like a lock level 100, you can just use a lock splitter and crack it open. In this game, you cannot lockpick certain things. So you're just, there's no option. Also, pursuant to the conversation earlier of throwing dead bodies into rivers. It's not quite a river, obviously, but I wonder if I can get this dude. I'm too weak. I can get him over the hump, over the wall. I don't think it's happening, yeah. I was hoping there'd be like little gaps in here, but you can see like it doesn't really fit through. Here, I know what to do. I know exactly what to do. This is a very good idea. And it's definitely not going to cause problems for anybody involved. Myself definitely not included. Ah, well, that was disappointing. I was thinking he was gonna like flip upwards. One more attempt. Almost. Yeah, this could take all day. So the door. Okay, so it's gonna be back this way then. So I would have actually passed it unknowingly. Was it here? Oh, do we go out this way? Oh, we go out this way. Okay, that's kind of surprising. So it's a question of, yeah, how do we get into this darn place? Maybe it's over here. Oh, it's right here. Needs a key. So we had to shake that man down for the key. There was no way. I guess we could have tried pickpocketing. But I figured talking to him would have been a nice way instead. So, here we go. So let's see what's going on in here. What all the drama has been about. He said there was a rotten smell like something had died in here. And well, there's a dead wolf. So there's something. Are there things here? There are things here. Dead people as well. Dead naked people. Dead naked people. A dead... what is that I see? More wolves, I think. Oh, it's a doggy, actually. Got rigor mortis, too. Oh, there we go. Now it's moving again. So, dead naked people. Unknown victim. This is, like, hard for my brain to understand what I'm seeing. What am I looking at? Is this is it a sheep? Oh, it's a sheep. I just see a bunch of legs and, like, a bunch of fuzz. Like, a bunch of fur. Mortis. Honestly, JD, you are not wrong to invoke Mortis right now, because this does have some of those vibes of, yeah, entering into an unknown place where some shit has gone down and we're trying to piece together what has happened. But I don't think we're being stalked by demons or cult members or anything. If anything, we're in the Dark Brotherhood, so we're kind of a member of the unsavory organization instead of being pursued by it. Maybe we were the Mortis all along. So I said, look for evidence of weird shit going down. So I'll take the sheep down. So a human victim, a wolf, or dog rather, and a sheep, as well as some carved up body parts. Zombified body parts, or just rotting body parts rather. Skull, yeah, some cheap wine. Pretty wild stuff, honestly. The Mortis was inside of us all along. The real Mortis was the friends we made along the way, of course. And this heathen was eating his cheese and his bread and drinking his cheap wine on the same table in which he was slaughtering body parts. That seems so unhygienic, man. That's just a great way to get food poisoning. You know, it's like consuming uncooked or undercooked meat. But in this particular case, it was just flesh and blood. Well, let's see what's behind door number 2. It's the wolf. Or a crazed dog. Crazed dog. So was it diseased, I wonder? Rabies or something? Nothing else here is alive, at least. And the friends made along the way. Also accurate. Just looking for any signs of shit that had gone down. Another unknown victim. Nothing noteworthy on him other than the weird place in which his body has rested. Look at this interesting shape going on with his tummy. Got the little tummy action there. Oh. Well, that's not something I was really prepared for. The head is weird. The fact, like the title, or the, not the title, the label for this object is especially, unnerving. Trader's Diary. Thank goodness this person wrote a book, wrote a journal, and they labeled it Trader's Diary. If I were to ever commit horrible crimes and murder a bunch of people, I would do this. I would write, like, I'm the villain, arrest me, smiley face, and here's all the evidence. Says, I made it myself, that's right. It's alright, mother, it's almost over. I'm close, so very close. How long have we struggled? How long have we waited? Too long, I know, but it's almost over. I promise. Followed by, kill him. A bajillion times. As you lie, the dark man comes and makes you die. My daddy's hands are red with guilt because he killed the life we built. I hate it. All this lying, this pretending. Sithis and the 5 tenants be damned. How long do I have to live by the rules? How long before I get my chance? I saw Lucian yesterday. He was in the sanctuary talking with Ochiva. He was right there, so close I could have severed his spine in less than a heartbeat. Oh, mother. Never have I had to exercise such self-control. What's sickeningly ironic is that it was the Dark Brotherhood's discipline that allowed me to restrain myself. I've been a part of their family for so long, it's been a part of me, whether I like it or not. I don't know why I've adopted this dumb voice. I'm not going to read the whole thing out loud necessarily. But this person says that they fooled them, and they saw us as a fellow member. Maybe this was the person that was betraying the organization. They mentioned Ochiva, which was our like main fixer, or our main job fixer in the Cheydinhall chapter of the Dark Brotherhood. So this was a person that we saw within within that chapter. Presumably it's something we would have seen previously. But we killed all of them. We killed them ourselves. We watched them die. So, was it a visitor then? Anyway, yeah, they see me as a fellow member and as I'm a trusted family member. But someday I will learn the truth. I will learn the truth about the Night Mother. Use that trust to get close to her, so that I may rend the head from her body, just as Lucian did to you so long ago. So this person, I guess, has an axe to grind with Lucian specifically, talking about how, let's see, because my daddy's hands are red with guilt because he killed the life we bet. Yeah, so I guess I'm trying to figure out, is it, he was talking about his daddy's hands. Maybe Lucian then, maybe this is like Lucian's child, like son or daughter, and that he did something to upset this person years ago. Why did it have to be this way? Maria was so beautiful. Maria, probably Antoinetta. That was that was one of the members of the Brotherhood. That was in the Cheydinhall chapter. But why couldn't she handle the truth? Why couldn't she realize her family didn't really love her? She was a murderer like the rest of us. Paid to kill in the name of Sithis. Yeah. Thought I could be together. Oh gosh, we got some incel energy coming in hot. She told me she could never accept your place in my life. So now she's gone. She didn't deserve to live after the horrible things she said about you. Well, but again, but we're the one that killed her. Unless this person like influenced Lucian to make the decision for us to kill them all or something like that. Like maybe this person wanted their presence known so that it would cause the whole chapter to get wiped out. She didn't deserve to live after the horrible things she said about you. I should never have told her. It will never happen again. The others will never find her, so don't worry. There's nothing left of her to find. And also, yeah, talking about the her, are we talking about Mother or are we talking about Maria? I'd like to lie in the grass and watch the ants and wish I were one of them in their underground maze, so safe from the darkness of people, horrible people, probably, period, horrible people, period. I will kill them all, kill the ants, kill the people, kill everything. And then it says, I did it, Mother. I killed them all. I killed it. Did Reed write this? Are we the author? Because we killed everybody. I killed them and I cursed them to wander their ship in undeath for all eternity. Their ship. Okay, this is something else. They came to talk to the old man of the lighthouse. When they saw me, they could have kept walking, but no, they laughed. They called me names, said it was strange, that I was a human rat lying here in the cellar of this lighthouse. Yeah, okay, this is something else then. So I snuck on board, and then I slit their throats afterwards. Every single one. The Serpent's Wake. Oh, I think we saw that, didn't we? The Serpent's Wake, that's one of the boats we explored previously, I think. The ghost ship of Anvil, they'll call it now. Yeah. I think we heard about this one. I think we explored this one too, actually. So I guess that's the origin of how they all got. Yeah, that's exactly it, Five Finger. We would have done that quest. I don't think it was from the Dark Brotherhood. But, yeah, we would have explored the Serpent's Wake, I'm almost certain. Solution paid a visit to the sanctuary to talk with me. Yeah. The Black Hand needed my services. One of the other speakers is looking to replace his assistant who was killed fulfilling a contract. Solution suggested me serve as his new silencer. Right, so I guess this was our predecessor. He might as well have given me a contract to kill the Night Mother herself, he says. See, this person was planning from the get-go. One step closer to realizing our dream. I will learn her identity and tear the heart from her, he says. And also I have something special planned for LeChance. And then Mummy. I'm so afraid. I miss you, Mummy. So yeah, I also like this weird spelling and writing. I want you to kiss me again, and interesting like how it keeps going back and forth between like two different voices. Like a Gollum and Smeagol kind of situation. Hey, Farsa with the dab. Nut. The nut dab. Thank you, buddy. So Father prayed, and the hooded man in Sithis. Wait. Guess who came? The hooded man in Sithis. Yes. He passed through the window wall and door. I lie in fear, my mouth agape, as wicked blade did cleave your nape. Oh, is it a rhyme? I was watching neath the bed to see the falling of your head, and when your face lie on the floor, our loving eyes did meet. Once more, and so I pledged to you that day the Brotherhood would dearly pay, and just as they took me from you, I'd find. I don't know what the rhythm is here for this, but anyway, this is a lot. Watching neath the bed, he says. Pledge the Brotherhood would pay. Just as they took me from you, I'd find and kill their mother too. Okay, so yeah. So there were two mothers then. There was the Night Mother that he wished to vanquish, and his own mother that he wished to avenge. Maybe his mother died. Another command for, oh, you're saying like have them both as like a combined thing. Maybe. I guess it would make things easier, wouldn't it? Yeah. When I made the nut button command and the dab command, I didn't envision they'd be used together. So it's not something I necessarily want to like go out of my way to encourage, but I don't want to discourage it either. So or if there were other combinations of things people wanted to try, like drink water and nut, or drink water and dab. We've tried to do all three. Drinking water, nutting, and dabbing at the same time it's doable, but it's a little bit clunky. Called the Dark Brotherhood on his mother. Oh, yeah. The rider killed his dad as a stepping stone. I think you're right, Five Finger. I think that is probably what had happened, yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. So I'd be curious if this is a person we've seen before. Like, if we'll recognize him when we track this person down. Or if it's something just completely deranged and separate from all this. Can we trigger... That's a good question, yeah. I actually don't use Nightbot myself. I use Streamlabs chatbot. But yeah, could you trigger the Streamlabs chatbot from the Twitch shoutout or vice versa? That's a good question. There might be a way to trigger it from Streamlabs. So yeah, that's something I should probably look into. I would assume Twitch wouldn't have a way to trigger the Streamlabs one, because they wouldn't really have much... Like Streamlabs chatbot, it would be kind of almost, not really a competitor, but probably something they don't necessarily advocate for. But yeah, I'd be curious too, August, if there was a way to kind of combine those. That'd be really nice. But anyway, yeah, so... that's with Father's Beating Heart, and when that's done, I'll sing and dance to celebrate a dead LeChance. So yeah, maybe LeChance was like... Because yeah, he definitely had this person, he or she definitely has it out for LeChance specifically. Maybe LeChance was like... was the one who carried out the execution or something like that. Or maybe he sees him as kind of like this... like, representative of the Dark Brotherhood. Like, obviously this person wants to... seems to have an extra grind against the Dark Brotherhood specifically. How's the little Popper's doing? He's very sleepy. He thankfully, that's one thing I'm grateful for. Thankfully he's not very stinky. He, even when he was younger, he didn't really have much desire to like roll and stuff and get all smelly. I only had to really give him a bath like once or twice ever, because he goes to the groomers once every like month and a half, maybe 2 months or so. So they clean him, pretty well there anyway. So thankfully I haven't really had to do it myself too much, but he's a good boy. He's a sleepy boy and he ate his food a little bit earlier. Anyway, then he says a bunch of colors. Green, blue, red, yellow, orange, green, blue, red, yellow, orange. I wonder if I should write this down. Green, blue, red, yellow, orange. Red is in all caps. Whoops, actually there might have been more. I didn't mean to hit X, I wanted to hit next. So this person had been in the Dark Brotherhood for years and is now a member of the Black Hand. So if he's a member of the Black Hand, that means he's in the top echelons. He's trying to get revenge against Lucian for the murder of his mother when he was a child. Right, just like you were saying, Fiverr, that's exactly it. Gotta get to Lucian and tell him, share this info with him. Yeah, I think there might have been more. So yeah, same sequence. Green, blue, red, yellow, orange, then black. All black. Says I've been careless. The bodies, the burnings, killing Blancard was the worst mistake I've made so far. Is that a name I recognize? I don't know if it is. This person was seen. I was so cloaked and hooded and escaped into shadow. No one learned my true identity, but the Black Hand is suspicious. They suspect treachery, a traitor. Right, yeah. So that might explain why there were whisperings well before we were involved, deeply involved with the Brotherhood, that there was a traitor in their midst. He doesn't have the new puppy smell anymore. He is an old doggy. 15 years is quite old when it comes to dogs. No, I don't mind it. The funny thing about dogs, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but at least some dogs, if they go, like in Dexter's case, he hasn't been to the groomers in about a month. Maybe, yeah, I would say probably, maybe a little bit over a month. So he's probably another few weeks out from his next visit. Sometimes, when it's like in between visits or in between appointments to the groomers, he kind of does take on kind of a doggy smell. It's not a bad smell. It's not good either. It's just a noticeable just dog smell. And it's something that I find endearing because I associate it with dogs, which is just nice. But sometimes, and this was the case with my family's previous dog as well, is that the smell, this is gonna sound so fucking stupid, but it almost resembles like corn chips. It almost smells like tortilla chips. It's very specific and very weird. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that, but it's the darndest thing, and it's so uncanny. I'm never hungry for corn chips after, handling Dexter. Yeah, like it's not something that I think to myself, oh boy, yummy. It's just a weird thing that like hits the brain a certain way. It's like an odd association. The dumbest thing, but I wonder if other people have noticed that too about dogs. Anyway, so when in the snow, I like to lie and fold my arms and wait to die. That sounds pleasant. So yeah, again, he keeps alternating between some kind of like childlike perspective where he like talks about wanting to be like the ants and then murdering them, and then like talking to his mother with lots of misspellings and grammatical errors and talking in rhymes. Oh, it's a bacteria. Interesting. So this is probably a common thing then, Ogaso. Yeah, I thought I was weird for thinking this. But yeah, maybe that's like a relatively well-known thing. Because yeah, when he gets back from the groomers, he smells like doggy shampoo and he smells like product and he's all prim and proper for, probably about a month before it wears off and he just is back to normal, like back to normal dog smell. So I've been switching the dead drops. There it is. It was so easy. Right. Tracked LaChance from his lair at Fort Farragut. The first dead drop location, right. But then I switched them, he said. It was so easy. So now me, the fool silencer, is working for us, mother, he says. One of the Black Hand told me they haven't seen such an ambitious family member since I first joined the Dark Brotherhood. I wonder if they're referring to me, or if they're saying that, like, they've been so proud of this person, the person who wrote this. I think they were talking about us. Yeah, use that ambition to my advantage. The fool will never question, right, yes. One of the very members of the Black Hand. So we've been systematically eliminating the Black Hand members. The chance of silencer will kill one high-ranking brother member and then another, till the family implodes. Survivors will consult the Night Mother, seek her guidance. I'll be there ready to plunge the... Yes, that's all. That's all the deal. And then it says, Lucian LaChance will die, exclamation point, backwards. It's not usually the whole day. Exactly, Dexter's a very small lad. He's a small boy. So I think that's exactly it, Ogaso, yeah. The whole dog smell, yeah. Cats smell like cats and dogs smell like dogs. That's just how it goes. So here's the mother's head. Again, is it the Night Mother? Is she already dead? Or, in fact, I should take this with me. Or is this, like, in fact, you know what? I think I know the answer to this question. I think this is the head of whoever wrote this mother. I think he dug up her corpse and, like, talks to it. So when he was writing to her earlier and, like, talking to her, I think he was talking to this. I'll go and pick it up. Pretty fucked up, but I think that's exactly what's going on there, so. If I had to guess, this is probably getting into the stuff that we were warned about, where if you're ever uncertain about how this game earned its M rating, because really the game's not that bad. Like, yeah, there's blood sometimes, and like zombies are kind of gross, but it's not too violent. I think this is the kind of stuff where you go like, oh, all right, M rating, it makes sense. Now I get it. Now, I'm not sure why there was a dead dog and a dead sheep and rats and a crazed dog that is alive, obviously, and zombified body parts. Multiple human corpses, yeah, I kind of get that, but wasn't expecting lots of other things. So anyway, quite a lot of shit going down, drama and otherwise. So we've been inclined to rush over to LeChance right now, to Lucian. He's chilling in, what was that called? Apple Tree, I think? It was out this way somewhere. I can't remember where it was. We can fast travel to it once we find it on the map, though. Oh, it wasn't, I guess it wasn't targeted. It is targeted, yeah, it is, yeah. Return to Apple Watch, give him this info. Let's hope that when we get there, that we're not too late and the person has done something else ridiculous. Ridiculous and or murderous. Here it is. Here's Apple Watch. Time to watch for some apples or something. I don't know. So, this wasn't here last time, was it? Kalia's steel longsword? This was not here last time, yes. Now, who would have buried these people? I wonder if there's something going down. She died as she lived, like a beast. She was living amongst the beasts, all right. Kalia, dedicated daughter, noble member of the Leowen City Watch, killed in action. Sure, that's what we're calling it. Kind and gentle matron of the Draconis family, her spirit forever cursed the murderer who stole her precious life. And as I read that, battle music happens. Oh, I see. Speaking of cursing, here's her ghost. The one-shotter. Perennia Draconis back from the dead to exact revenge. Matthias? His mother always told him he'd end up dead if he didn't clean up his life, and well, here. That's a kind of a morbid thing to have on a tombstone, you kidding me? Goddamn. And Andreas' dutiful son and Master Bruman. Take that sword with me. I wonder if that sword is going to be like special for any reason. Doesn't appear to be special. It probably isn't. You know, maybe this is bad form. Sure, oh, I don't want to use it. You can have your sword back, lady. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I killed you. I mean, that one, at least that kill was for the Dark Brotherhood. So at least that one was like an intended target. At least according to Lucian it was. He was saying like the first two targets were normal, like as intended. Then afterwards he said that like betrayal happened. However, in the book we just read, the journal, the dude was saying like, oh yeah, the guy's after his first target now, or it's like en route to the first target, and I've switched the orders. So maybe I kind of misunderstood, but it sounded like he had switched them out a lot earlier than we were thinking. So I wonder if there's something going on here, because this definitely was not here last time. It begs the question of who would have buried these 5 people. Because we killed all 5 members, including the mother. That was Sibylla. No, that wasn't Sibylla. It was Perennia, yeah. Yeah, gentle matron, yeah. So she was the ghost, right? So, yeah, so she was the mother, and those are the 4 kids. So, if all 5 of them are dead, who would have buried them here, or at least put gravestones here, put headstones here? There's nobody else you would think would really care too much. Unless the Draconis family was, like, super well beloved and super well known. That is a possibility. I'm going to save here, and I'm going to take a quick BRB so I can use the restroom. I can tell this is going to be a spicy one, so I'm going to give myself a cough drop. I just have a feeling that we're about to encounter something when we go through this door. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just gonna be Lucian and he's just gonna be chatting with us. I'm starting to wonder if there's gonna be some drama, additional drama, that is. There's this whole thing with where the reveal with the dead drops. This whole deal with the dead drops happening. was a genuine surprise I was not ready for. So, or these fun, weird moments can happen. Unexpected developments in the story and whatnot. Yeah, Jigglypuff got last time. Yeah, I saw Donkey Kong win the first one, Johnson. Alright, here we go, friends. Back to it. Like we said, let's see what's behind door number 1 here. I'm still a little bit suspicious about the gravestones. Again, like, who would have given it enough of a shit to have put those there, since presumably all the Draconis family is dead. Let's see what awaits us. Oh!
Silencer, at last you've arrived. Fear not, for the crisis that has threatened the Dark Brotherhood has finally come to an end. I am Arquin, speaker for the Black Hand. As you can see, we have dealt with the betrayer, Lucien Lachance. No longer will you serve as his puppet. It seems Lachance wanted revenge against the Dark Brotherhood for some reason, and used you to do his dirty work. But now we can begin anew. I bestow upon you the title of Speaker. You will take Lucien Lachance's place on the Black Hand. Welcome. As you know, the Black Hand is now in a state of disarray. Lachance ordered you to kill us off. We 5, including you, are now all that remain. Even worse, you killed the listener. The Black Hand without a listener is like a hand with no thumb. Even the listener's successor is dead. So, we have no choice but to invoke an ancient ritual. We must wake the Night Mother from her slumber and seek her guidance. Between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m., ask me about the Night Mother, and we will away to Our Lady's home. Only then will the ritual begin.
Alright, so that's a lot to unpack. So, this was the spoiler that I did know about. We actually stumbled upon this on stream by complete randomness from a YouTube video. It's like a meme YouTube video that somebody had made that we just clicked on the wrong one, and we saw this, like, the first, like, 2 seconds of that sequence. We saw a little bit early. Now, we didn't know the context, and I had no idea what to expect, but I did have a feeling that that's what was awaiting us. So a number of things to uncover here. So yeah, thumbless gamer, I know. Imagine playing a controller or anything without thumbs, rather, without any kind of thumb, right? But anyway, so it's like I wish we had the ability to interrupt people like this, like when she's giving us this monologue. I wish we could be like, wait, we've got a thing. I have a thing I need to tell you about or show you, because the evidence that we uncovered and the basement of the lighthouse was quite incriminating. So, also, we can't see it right now, but it looks like Lucien really got fucked up. So they really did a number on him, probably a torturing of sorts. So I'm not gonna ask about the Night Mother thing, because, and look at this guy, I mean, I don't know if he's the suspicious one, but he's just kind of hanging back and staring as this is all going down. Somebody in this room is the person that wrote that journal that we saw, who clearly has intention to kill the Night Mother. So I'm not going to ask about this one, but I do want to go around and talk to other people.
When we confronted Lachance, he tried to defend himself, tried to declare his innocence. But we would not hear his treacherous lies. As you can see, he was no match for the combined power of the Black Hand, even weakened as we are. This is no time for gossip mongering.
Worth a shot.
Destiny awaits us.
Dark destiny indeed. Alright, so
The Night Mother holds you in her cold embrace.
so we 5 are all that remain.
May we forever serve the Night Mother.
You are like an unholy vision, so beautiful.
So beautiful. Why, thank you. I like to think I am indeed quite beautiful. So beautiful. An unholy vision. I mean, unholy vision is a fair way to describe our character.
May we forever serve the Night Mother.
So here's what remains of Lucien. They really fucked him up, man. Carved out his mouth. Maybe because they were saying, like, oh, you're not the speaker anymore, so we're gonna just delete your mouth and, like, carve out everything inside of it. And yeah, also, yeah, that's, they really did not, so beautiful, yes, I get it. They really didn't, spare any,
Black Hand welcomes you.
any cruelty here. A face for radio, a face for something. They all have magic robes, by the way. So let's kind of go item by item, person by person, and see if we can suss out, like, what's going on here. I was actually kind of hoping we could talk to her about the book we had found. And be like, hey, this is a thing, can we talk about this? So yeah, they don't realize the real traitor's still among them. Okay, so we have to wait until the moment presents itself to expose the traitor, I suppose.
Greetings, speaker.
See if we can figure out who it might be. If we can kind of see if there's somebody amongst them who is especially suspicious.
Most of my time is now spent on administrative duties. I have not had blood on my hands in far too long. Killing LeChance was pure ecstasy.
Well, I mean, the note at the end did say LeChance will die, and he did. So, he seemed to really enjoy himself, but, I mean, if it was just because he was bored, then alright, that's one thing.
All hail the Dread Father.
How about you?
Our troubles are almost at an end, brother. Soon we will visit the Night Mother, and she will surely guide us. The four of us attacking him in unison was as graceful and beautiful as a ballet. The flashing of steel, the spraying of blood.
This person doesn't seem unhinged enough. Like, the guy, the notes we read earlier, I mean, some of it was like, kind of had some limericks to them, but like, this guy's like too poetic and too eloquent with his wording to be a deranged lunatic.
You are like
How about you?
an unholy vision, so beautiful.
This man who keeps calling me strange and beautiful and unholy, which, yes, accurate.
Hello, fellow speaker. Welcome to the Black Hand. So nice to see you're in one piece. You should take some time to admire his corpse. It really is a thing of beauty. The punctures and slashes are almost poetic.
I really don't
You
know.
always walk
Nobody
in the
is like
shadow of
super
death.
suspicious here.
Greetings, fellow speaker.
I guess if I had to pin it on one person, I would say maybe this guy. Just because he's like kind of, well, no, I guess he's kind of equidistant, but still, like he was the only one that's, yeah, talking about how the death was poetic, a little bit weird. So what time is it right now? It's 7:20.
Dear Speaker, when darkness shrouds the Empire, we can travel to the resting place of the Night Mother and begin the ritual of awakening. You must understand our need for darkness and secrecy.
Between midnight and 3 a.m.
Speak to me only between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m. and we will be off.
Okay. Pretty weird how have like this like humble abode,
Fellow speaker.
this humble farmhouse that was like home to a nice lady and like a family of like a bunch of her kids is now, or her adult children at least, is now like a scene for like this grisly sight and this meeting of all this evil conniving planning and such. Let's go ahead and move time ahead then. So we're saying it needs to be between midnight and 3 a.m. So let's go to almost midnight. Actually, let's just go into the midnight zone. Might as well. Right. So we got the
Dear
autosave
Speaker, this is no time for gossip.
for
mongering.
gossip mongering. She says, "All right."
Night Mother must be awakened so that we may seek her guidance. Are you ready to travel now to her resting place?
Let's watch then for when, for who might react, and if the traitor will indeed reveal themselves.
Very good, and so it begins.
Especially if it's super obvious.
This journey into a darkness few can imagine. Let us be off. The Night Mother awaits.
Following a lead, here we go. We've heard a lot about this Night Mother. Is she the Night Mother?
Behold,
Lady
the
Luck?
Night Mother. The locals call
Oh,
the
it
statue
was her all
Lucky
along.
Old Lady. They have no idea how lucky they really are.
So,
For this stone effigy masks the entrance into the Dark Brotherhood's most revered unholy site. The crypt of the Night Mother herself.
so Ugalim was like, he was the speaker
In a
then, I
moment,
think.
we will begin. I will recite
For the listener?
incantation,
Whatever it's
and we
called.
can proceed down into the crypt and seek an audience with the Night Mother. I know this is all very overwhelming, dear child. Just follow along and you'll be fine. Now, let's go see what the future holds, shall we?
Yeah, so the reason he was probably chilling in front of the statue was... Also, I can't move. So we are locked in. Yeah, when he was in front of the statue, he was probably listening and communicating with her. That was unexpected. Yeah, so it like morphed into a new shape. So now we go down into the crypt. Oh, that's really nice, Johnson. Of course, Joey played games with us a little bit ago. We called him J-Bone that night. That was a fun night. And I hope Joey's doing well. It's nice of him to recognize, like, hey, it's that weird nerd. Yeah, once we're down there, the traitor will reveal themselves. Okay. We'll need to stop the traitor at all costs. I still can't move, by the way. Look how spindly the arms are. Alright, now I can move. This is the lucky old lady. She is now a caricature of the Night Mother. And there's the Night Babies, who were all dead and sad and withered. Wild. Wild times, man. It's a good thing there were no guards to witness this whole thing going down. So there she is. I still can't move, by the way.
What is the meaning of this desecration? Who has disturbed my ancient slumber?
It's one of these three, probably.
Dearest Night Mother, most unholy maiden, please, we beg your mercy in this our time of need. The Black Hand seeks your guidance.
Ah, yes, I have been expecting you.
This guy's just staring at me the whole time. I think it might be him.
There is a traitor amongst you.
The traitor is dead, dear mother. We have come now to ask your blessing. Anoint one of us your listeners so we can restore the Black Hand.
Foolish little girl. Lucien LaChance served Sithis till his dying breath. The Black Hand remains tainted by betrayal.
Enough.
Restoration is
Enough
impossible.
of this. You will all suffer for the pain you have caused me.
Yeah, it is him.
I will destroy your Night Mother, and the Dark Brotherhood will fall.
I still can't move.
What treachery? The traitor still lives. It is Matthew.
Yeah, I still can't move.
Do not let him harm the Night Mother. Kill
Well,
him.
he's not doing a very good job. Ouch. And now we can move. So they didn't want us interrupting the sequence. So sure enough, that guy was a traitor, and he is dead. I like how he was like, "How about thee? Hiya! Hiya!" Just slashing at this ghosty person. It's like, I don't know what you're trying to prove there, buddy, but you're not doing a very good job. So now the true traitor, after killing all but myself and one other person, were all the remains of the Dark Brotherhood. The Night Mother still needs a new name. Still needs to name a new listener, that is. Some doeskin shoes. Yeah, the same robe, I think, that we already have. I think. Dagger of Numbing.
So, at last we meet. I have been following your strange journey through the Dark Brotherhood, young one.
It's been a strange journey, all right.
Your killing of the old man Bainland, the execution of Adamus Philida, the way you stalked and murdered each member of the Draconis family. Your purification of the Jadenhall Sanctuary. You, a mere underling, even managed to single-handedly eliminate half of my Black Hand.
Wasn't that hard, actually. They weren't very strong. Joey says he's good. That's good. Glad to hear about it. No, I'm doing well as well. I appreciate you guys. That's very generous. Very sweet. What a yeah, well, we knew that something was going to go down once we got to this point, but... And of course, he just one-shot everybody, except us. He wasn't able to kill this other lady. I've already forgotten her name, but this other person who's kind of been helping us through this whole situation. I reveled in their slaughter. I will say nothing. I'll let her do all the talking.
Ah, so you choose to play the stoic, hmm? You remain silent even when faced with my terrible countenance. Your silent obedience is to be commended. If only my other children had offered such reverence. You see, I have known of Matthew Bellamont's intentions since he was just a boy.
Interesting.
I knew of his thirst for vengeance. I could have informed my listener, but I refused. Refused to reward such incompetence. Ungol was weak. Indeed, I allowed Matthew Belmont to proceed on his destructive course, just as I allowed you to intercept him.
I guess because she realized, like, well, he's gonna try to attack me with a sword, and it's just gonna go right through me because I'm a ghost, you see, or I'm an ethereal, non-corporeal being, so I knew he couldn't hurt me. That is kind of interesting how, like, the only person that knew about all this was her. Because, yeah, again, I guess I'm thinking about Ungolem and how, like, he would just stand at the statue for hours on end. I guess that was him communing with the Night Mother and getting orders from her and all that jazz. Peach mango salsa, Johnson. Yeah, I'm with you on that, because I like peaches, I like mangoes, and I like salsa, but I don't know if I like them all together. When I think salsa, I think spicy, I think veggie kind of flavor profiles, I think tomatoes. I know what you're thinking. Tomatoes are technically a fruit, and they are, but I think of kind of an established collection of flavor profiles. So you throw like something really sweet or fruity in the mix, and I don't dislike it, but I don't love it. So I'm squarely in the middle, but when forced to choose, I will go towards the more standard stuff, especially if it's spicy, because I like the spicy stuff. So why honor Night Mother?
Don't you see? Our dread father foresaw your defeat of the traitor here in this very crypt. You have been chosen. You are to be my new listener. You possess strength and cunning, and a heart as black as midnight.
Oh, you say that to all the murdering lunatics in this game. Garlic habanero, that sounds lovely. Yeah, anything habanero I'm super down for. Even though it sometimes destroys my mouth, it's an enjoyable mouth destroying. Because I love habanero, but it's real spicy though, it's pretty up there.
Go, take a few moments to collect yourself. Meditate upon all that has transpired. Help yourself to any treasures this crypt may offer. When you are ready, speak with me again, and I will deliver you safely to the only place you can truly call home, the Cheydinhal Sanctuary.
So we're going back.
There is much work to be done, and when you are back in the sanctuary, speak with Arquen. She will serve as your humble servant and guide.
All right. What do you think about this, lady?
The Night Mother wishes for you to take some time to consider your new position. We will speak when we are back in the sanctuary.
All right. So, yeah. So this was all preordained. We all knew this was going to go down. And, of course, Lucian means he got drawn and quartered and murdered and tortured. All for nothing. Like, yeah. Night Mother was like, dude, he was all right. He was not a traitor. So, like, yeah, he served Sithis up to this dying breath. So he was all right. He did nothing wrong. So, yeah, it's like she was like, I could have prevented that from happening, but I chose not to. As it was all leading to this one moment. I promise it was all just fine. But now I get to loot a bunch of let's see, yeah, just a bunch of casks and graves, I suppose. With lightning, mercantile outfit. Mercantile black outfit, that is. I'm just gonna sell most of these things, honestly. So these guys were okay. Yeah, the one weirdo was this dude, Matthew. I'm just surprised that the Night Mother is like super okay with all this like plotting and scheming and actions being taken against her and just letting it happen, because yeah, she was saying like, oh no, it's okay, it was all preordained, but it's like, you really don't think you could have cut out some of the middleman here? Oh boy. Well, gee, I wonder why there's a bunch of small skeletons here. Oh, I think I know why. I think I know exactly why. Because even above, even like when the statue transformed into its wretched shape, the lucky lady that is, like all the baby statues around the mother also became withered and sad and dead. So Pretty fucked up, honestly. Pretty weird shit. I wonder, like, if this is, like, who this is. Could this be the Lucky Lady? Like, her actual corpse, maybe? Or is the Night Mother a person that used to be mortal and is now dead, and her ghost, her spirit has, like, so much wrath and hatred that it's guiding an organization that is all about wrath and hatred? Doesn't care. Yeah, she doesn't care where it comes from or where it goes. She just wants it to be. That's the main priority, I suppose. Water breathing on self. That's actually not too heavy. I will take that. Don't mind me, lady. I'm just robbing all of your graves and caskets. Actually, for that matter, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 5 babies and 1 mother of sorts, but there's only 3 graves here. So yeah, I wonder who these graves were for. Because yeah, this needs a key. I'm guessing I have a key.
You honor us with your
Is there anything else?
You've returned. I trust you've weighed the importance of your new position. For you will soon hear words that will change lives, alter destinies. And I hope you've taken everything you desire from my crypt. Once you leave, you will be unable to return. Now, are you ready to begin your new life?
Send me to the sanctuary.
Very good. Now begins your true journey. We will soon become very intimate, you and I.
Oh. Does having sex with a ghost count as the Mile High Club?
Before I send you away, however,
Well, I guess
would
that
like to
if she's in,
present you with a rather
depends on which
special reward.
afterlife they're in.
I see you still possess the Blade of Woe, the weapon given you by Lucian LeChance. when you
What's like the
first
mile underneath, the mile underground club?
unlock its true power.
If she's like an evil spirit and she's in hell?
Yes, you will now find the Blade of Woe a bit more potent than it was. Now
The mile below club?
leave this crypt and serve our dread father till your dying breath.
Blade of Woe removed and something else bequeathed. Johnson confirms it does not, but yeah, not something that is up there, right? Yes. So we have to travel to the afterlife, then have sex with the ghost, and then come back. Then we're in the Mile High Club, or the mile below club, the mile low club, like Fivefinger said. So now we're in Cheydinhal, the Cheydinhal Sanctuary. Now Arquin is our servant, so we're the boss now, I guess. I guess we're the fixer. We're the person that assigns tasks. It's like we are Ochiva, and Lucian for that matter, and also Lucian's position. I guess more specifically, Lucian's position.
Honored
Now
listener,
we're the boss.
I offer myself as your humble servant and guide. Please allow me to mentor you in your new role. Here's what I believe we should do next. I will stay here and attempt to re-establish this sanctuary. I will begin recruiting new members. You must fulfill your new duties. The statue in Braville serves as a conduit between the Night Mother and the listener. Once a week, you must visit the statue. Talk to it. You will be presented with a list of names and locations.
Interesting.
These are people who have prayed to the Night Mother. They request a visit from a speaker to arrange someone's assassination. All you need to do is visit the statue once a week, get the list of names and locations, and pass it on to me here in the sanctuary. Do this, and I will give you your share of the sanctuary's weekly earnings.
Right, that makes sense.
There's so much work to be done. So much work.
Yes, this is now turning into what, not Thundercliff Watch, the other one. The one where you upgrade the pirate area. You upgrade the pirate boats and you get the crew, you get all the equipment, all the services available, and then yeah, they venture out and do things, and every so often you can like retrieve money and gold, like jewels and gold and riches as a result of the adventures they do. So this is like that. Now that we're the boss, we send out others to do our dirty work for us, and then we just get a cut of the money afterwards. Have we heard any good Morrowind references in game? None that I can think of off the top of my head, but we're gonna go for at least another hour or so. The Night Mother was like, "We're gonna get very intimate, you and I." I'm that probably just means that yes, we're gonna commune with her through that Lady Luck statue once a week. It's weird because Ungolem was there like every single day without missing a beat. We're only gonna go there once a week, although I might forget about this pretty often anyway, so no guarantees how will they follow up on this. Blade of Woe is indeed pretty damn sick. Granted, the overall damage is still not very good, especially when compared to Maroon's Razor, which is much, much better. But it's not bad, though. 30 points on Strike is not bad. Demoralize just makes him run away, I think. I don't know if that's very good. But, yeah, I mean, it's expensive. It's fancy. It looks the same, like an ebony dagger would, but with a red hue to it now, which is nice. Maroon's Razor is by far the best. It might even be the best dagger in the game, but it is the better choice here as far as a quick stabby thing. And of course, Goldbrand is the best out of all of them by a country margin. It is I who is the quest giver. That's right. That's right. What's up, Mr. Corey? We're going to commune with her, he says. Oh my. We're going to know her in the biblical sense. Yeah. No, I think that really is it for the Dark Brotherhood, actually. Because like I said, we can communicate with her to get the list of peeps, so we would then give to this lady. But as far as Dark Brotherhood quests, I think that is it. And it ended on quite the bang. Because yeah, from all the events and things that took place there, everybody except for 2 people and the Night Mother got murdered. So myself and this lady are all the remains. I don't know if you can really kill the Night Mother, but the dude was trying, so can't say I blame his attempts. So now we're the Dark Brotherhood boss, and which means now we're going to switch gears to Thieves Guild. Thieves Guild stuff is up next, then. I had a feeling we were probably nearing the end of the Dark Brotherhood times, just based on the kind of pattern we were in at the end of the previous stream. But yes, Thieves Guild. We've had stuff waiting for us for the Thieves Guild for quite some time. Yeah, there's of course the pilgrimage, but we've caused a lot of murder, so we probably need to restart the pilgrimage at some point anyway. Retrieve a book from Isildur. Is that... I think that's a Thieves Guild thing. I'm not sure what the Eye of Horus has to do with it. Umbacano wants... Oh, right, there's also that. Yeah, we need to help with that. And Nenelata. Meet him at the home of... Oh, I guess this is where we're going, actually. So we don't actually have a task yet. I'm going to say straightened up and join the Thieves Guild. Right, okay. So we know about that one. So then what is this one? The Ulterior Motives one. Retrieve a book from Janus Isildur, Count of Skingrod. I can't remember who gave us this quest. It's not Thieves Guild, because Thieves Guild came from this one. I know that because it's from the Grey Fox himself. So, We have a book from Janus. It might be... Oh, I think it was a Mage's Guild thing. I think that's what it was. I think Raman... I think that's the person from the Arcane Sanctuary, or Arcane University, rather. You beat Noita. Nice, bud. 2000 DPS 1. Oh, man. Ended instead of exploring more, Corey. Oh, Corey, I've got really good news for you, buddy. You were the kind of person I think that will appreciate Noita. Because, yeah, so you killed Colmy. I don't want to spoil very much, unless you want things spoiled, because Noita is one of those games where you venture down into the dungeons, you kill some monsters, maybe even kill a boss or 2, you kill Colmy, and you go, wow, that was it. And it's like, there's so much more that you're aware. There's like, yeah, exactly. So you're right. It did end the game, yeah. So, but it's not the end. I think I see what you're saying. You're sad that it like forced you to end when you went through the portal and completed the work. Because yeah, there's a whole bunch. So like, yeah, if you knew about some of the orbs that were there and some of the bosses are pretty easy to find. Others are quite well hidden. And then there's additional quests, like the treasure chest, the locked treasure chests you might have seen around the overworld. And if you've heard of people whisper about the Sun Quest or the Moon Quest, or I guess it's just called the Dark Sun, or stuff like that. Like there's some pretty wild shit, and still secrets that have yet to be uncovered. So yeah, I don't want to speak too much because I know you enjoy deep diving into these things. But there's the tablets which have hints about where to go next and what to do, and oh man, it's so much, man, it's so much. Try digging you out. Right, yeah, out of the end area. What you would need to do to get out of that safely is you would need either a way to freeze the lava, or just like fast travel through it, or some kind of solution. I know there's a perk that freezes all liquids around you, so yeah, it is possible to get out, but you're right, it's kind of messy. I haven't played Noita in a while, but I think I plan on actually playing some Noita, probably actually fairly soon. I think there's an event that will start fairly soon that's like to celebrate there's a mod maker, basically. There's a mod, or a person that made a mod for Noita that's been quite well received lately, that a lot of people have been playing and streaming, and the maker of this mod built in some events into the mod to like have certain monsters spawn more frequently, give them funny outfits, that kind of thing. There was one that I missed for Halloween, unfortunately, but there's another one coming up for Christmas, and I think one for the modder's birthday, and I think that his birthday might be pretty soon here. But yeah, that's something that's on my radar, because I mean, the game is still a lot of fun. I haven't streamed it in a while, but it's still fun to go back to. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is a Mages Guild thing, so we'll wait for that. I think I want to emphasize Thieves Guild in particular, because with the Thieves Guild stuff, that is an opportunity for us to do the rest of the evil things, the evil and sinful things, to clear room for the pilgrimage to happen. So Arrow of Extrication is the main one. So yeah, so we're actually going to meet with the Grey Fox once again, and then he will have a task for us. We actually don't have the task yet, so that will be our next venture, our next point of actions to take. So let's go ahead and head to Coral. I see that Fivefinger has a TED Talk for us, so we will absolutely do that as well. We shall absolutely do the TED Talk. So ends the Dark Brotherhood questline. It was a pretty long questline. We were doing Dark Brotherhood times for a long time there. And we were rewarded with some very interesting things, some pretty tricky quests, some really cool moments, and some genuinely surprising story evolutions, we'll say. Which had to end eventually, but yeah, that was quite a lot. It's quite a lot. It was quite good. I can see why a lot of people really, really loved the Dark Brotherhood questline specifically.
Don't keep the Grey Fox waiting.
Homie, it's like, I mean, it's not super bright out here, but it is daylight right now.
Grey Fox is waiting for you.
Grinch evil, Scrooge evil. Yeah, I mean, we were committing several murders, so we were pretty evil. All right, so here is the Grey Fox in all of his splendor. We're back into Oblivion, by the way. Kind of a right hand, or left hand, kind of a sudden turn from a very ridiculous TED Talk. But now we're going to get back into video games, and we're going to talk with the Grey Fox, and we're going to, do more Thieves Guild shenanigans. We did a bunch of Dark Brotherhood times. We killed a bunch of people and followed the quest line and resolved the Dark Brotherhood quest line for good, at least in this game. So now let's see what else the Thieves Guild has for us.
I have need of your services once more.
You got it, Mr. Cross-eyed person. I'm listening.
My work with Sevilla's stone has revealed that I need something special for my plans.
Okay.
There's a small item in the possession of a powerful court wizard. Will you do this for me? I will pay you well.
I'll fucking do it, darling.
Capital! Bring me the Arrow of Extrication. It has a key-shaped head. Braville's court wizard, Fathis Aren, recently acquired this unique item. You may kill Fathis if necessary, but not in the castle. My spy network will tell me when you have it. Return here with the arrow when you do. Now, we should get out of Malintus's house before we wear out our welcome.
I suspect I'll be able to acquire this item without the need of violence, because we're such a master sneaksman. Accomplished assassin, famed biologist, masterful sci-fi writer, but not so good at memes. I know, he was doing so well at other things, right? But yeah, Shane is bad at memes, so much so it had to come up twice in that one presentation, right? Poor Shane, I almost feel bad for him. Like, we're all ragging on him, but poor guy just could not get it together. Sometimes your life passion is not something you're always going to be great at, right? Like, it doesn't always have to work out, but I believe that this new venture for Shane's going to work out. I believe that finally he's found something that's going to allow him to explore some new territory.
Aren't you supposed to be on the quest for the Grey Fox?
I am. Stop chiding my ass.
We keep an eye on things here in Coral for certain interested parties. As a public service, like.
Public service, we'll call it.
I'm thinking of heading over to Renoise to buy some books. There's quite a selection.
Renoir. Have a good night, Five Finger. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for the ridiculous TED Talk. It was as ridiculous as we all wanted and expected it to be, so you've done us all a great service on this day. Let's see, where are we right now? We're in Coral. We haven't been in Coral in a hot minute. I'm gonna see if there is a spell selling person here that we could talk to, that we have not talked to yet.
I'm the chapel healer.
You have nothing for us, okay.
Goodbye.
How about you?
Good day.
He has nothing either.
Bye.
Yeah, I think there's a person here that's supposed to sell us things. Too heavy to move. Gauntlets of the Crusader, and they are too heavy to move. I wonder if we get to learn more about these at some point. This lady, maybe.
Good day.
Good day. Any rumors?
I'm thinking of doing some traveling, just to see the world a bit.
Just a bit.
Well, have a look around. You won't find
Fortify
better
strength,
prices.
yeah. So we're missing restore luck and restore personality. Those are the two restore spells we don't have, and I'm assuming they're in this game, but we just haven't found the person to sell them. Usually the chapel healers are the ones, or maybe not healers, but chapel spell selling person is the one to do it, but no luck so far. So he said in Coral? No, we're in Coral. He said Skingrod, was it? It's Braville. Come to Braville. Okay. Arrow of Extrication. 500 gold coins. It's not a ton of money, but sure, we'll do it. It's not about the money, it's about the prestige. So as long as they don't die in the castle. Yes. Like I said, I think we're probably good enough at our thievening. There will probably be no need for bloodshed. We, of course, can don our chameleon gear and be extra sneaky. I'm sure we can manage. Whoops. The game is pretty flexible in that it allows you quite a bit of wiggle room when it comes to being a sneaky boy. Between, again, a copious chameleon. Not so much invisibility, because invisibility does wear off the minute you, like, try to do a thing. It's like the dude's body has already been moved. But when it comes to, like, sneaking behind somebody, allowing yourself to be hidden, and, of course, there's always saves coming, so we've got a number of options available to us. Forgot I dropped this.
Greetings, listener. Come close and I will share with you the information I have garnered. Where someone has prayed to the Night Mother yet again. The Dark Brotherhood must seek out an Imperial named Avressa. She has need of our services, and we are only too happy to oblige. Your speaker should look for this person in the mead hall known as Thirsk, on the Nord Isle of Solstheim. Leave me, my
Solstheim?
listener. Deliver this information to your speaker, so that the will of Sithis may be fulfilled. All hail our dread father.
So I guess this is the game's way of saying, we're not going to kill this person ourselves. In fact, we can't kill this person. Because Solstheim is in Skyrim. We can't get to Skyrim. We can get to the border. We can't actually cross over into Skyrim from Cyrodiil. From this game, that is. We're landlocked. So I think that's the game's way of saying, oh yeah, there's Dark Brotherhood things in other places, in other regions, and we're guiding things from here, but we're not the ones that are able to make it happen ourselves, at least. It's a place you can go in Skyrim, right? Well, you can also go in Morrowind, too, so this is the only Elder Scrolls game of the three where you can't go to Solstheim. Because, of course, in Morrowind, it was retconned into being part of Skyrim. Makes sense, but yeah, it's kind of silly. Anyway, so we need... Actually, not sure what this place here is. Like, what is this pointing us to? Oops. It makes sense for that we would need to go to the castle, but I'm not sure what is over here. There's like a thing that's like right here. Is there like a thing? In fact, here, let's check the local map. Something right in the middle there. Oh, we need to talk to the peeps. Right, that's what it's all about.
I
Here you
can
go.
eat for the day with a single coin.
I can eat for a day. In fact, I'm going to eat the
Thank
coin.
you, kind sir.
Can we learn about this lad?
What are friends for? Bathis is also the wizard in the tower outside of town. He keeps his most treasured items there, not in the castle.
Oh,
Only Fathis can open the door to the tower. But there is supposed to be a secret passage somewhere in the castle that takes him to his tower.
So, but if we were to follow him around, we could see the secret passage. Thank you for the intel, lady. That was very helpful. So I now wonder, when we talk to him, well, for one thing, if he'll even acknowledge that the arrow exists, and if he does acknowledge it, if there's anything we can do with it.
Hello.
Alava, the fair. She's all right. She's fair. Fair and fair and balanced, as we say. Whoops, looks like the game or the stream lagged a little bit. We crashing? We are not crashing.
You were
She was
Martin's
so
friend,
fair, she
weren't you?
nearly crashed the game.
You were fortunate to have known him.
I was pretty cool.
My task is to know and love the people of Breville as if they were my own children. If you've ever been a parent, you know what a challenge that is.
Apparently it is. All right, see you later, lady.
You too.
Once again, I want to check this chapel to see if there is a spell-selling person that could have spells that I seek the most dire.
Chainer Mona. I take care of the chapel's affairs in Breville Parish.
Her eyes are very large.
You too.
You too. Your eyes are also large. Actually, my eyes are kind of small because, well, my face is so lumpy. The flesh lumps kind of get over my eyes, so it's in the way a little bit. And there's nobody else here. I could perchance... Actually, would this be considered trespassing? It probably isn't. Well, it's I guess not considered trespassing.
Well met.
I have to be careful around these areas because we've got before where I just think about that one time where it was in, I want to say, I think it was in Coral when we unknowingly trespassed into the catacombs of the church, and then people saw us and they just started attacking us in mass. It was ridiculous, but we didn't have a bounty. And then we went outside, we talked to a guard, and when we talked to the guard, then it gave us the bounty, and it was very dumb.
I'm sure the Elder Council will find some way to hold the Empire together. I came to Breville because Mara called me. Breville is not my home. I'm Miss Blackmarsh, but I shall serve here so long as Mara needs me.
Good call.
Speak with Olita at the Chapel of Akatosh in Kvatch.
Okay, so anyway,
Be seeing you.
she does not sell things, spells, or things of that nature. And looks like that's it. So just 2 people. Oh, Nernroot, hell yeah. It's an easy thing to miss, honestly. The Nernroot is that you typically find or in the outdoor areas by lakes and ponds and that kind of thing. But every once in a blue moon, you'll find one indoors.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
It's my pleasure. Actually, I'm curious.
For you,
Wow, 100 disposition. She loves the shit out of us.
What can I interest you in?
Major respite. That's not it. Although I will go ahead and grab this. 69, nice. Yeah, just fortify, no restores.
I appreciate your business. Mara guides and protects Breville, like she protects any good family. Like any good family, we have our problems.
Yeah,
I
fair
heard
enough.
that some of the provinces were talking about seceding from the Empire. Probably just talk, though. Everything's a bit unsettled now. Bye.
Alrighty, Rudy. Righty, Rudy, fresh and tooty. Those were the shots. So yeah, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and head over to the castle. So to the castle we venture, and we have our target in mind. Oh, thank you for asking, Level 90 Wizard. It's very generous of you to ask. Very, very considerate, rather. So no, I feel all right. I'm, of course, trying to take very good care to drink lots of water. Enjoy some cough drops from time to time, things to give my throat extra relief from time to time. But we did an 8+ hour long stream on Saturday. In fact, it was closer, I think, to maybe 9 or 9.5 hours. It was a really long stream Saturday. And by the end of it, I was tired. Oh, we crashing? Again? We are not crashing yet, but we're thinking about it. I should probably be saving if the game's gonna do that to us. Yeah, it's thinking about crashing. It's thinking about it. But anyway, yeah. Whoop. Okay, now I think it is gonna crash. I'm still alive, right? Yes. Yes, I am still alive. Windows is not crashing. Everything's fine. But wow, the game is really unhappy. All right, I gotta save quickly before it explodes. But anyway, just to finish the thought. Yes, we did like a probably close to 9.5-hour stream on Saturday. And by the end of it, I was, you know, my throat felt tired, but it wasn't sore. And the next day, yeah, I was a little bit tired, was a little bit sluggish, but like felt fine, and I've felt fine since. So the fact that I'm physically able to do those long streams without any problems is reassuring. And like I said, the one thing I really liked is that even though the speech pathologist appointments that I had with like speech therapy to help to like basically to see if there were things I could do to allow the polyps that I had to heal naturally. Unfortunately, there was no such option for it, but still she gave me some like good hints and good tips on things to do. She called it better vocal hygiene when it comes to things like obviously drink lots of water, but don't ever clear your throat. Like if you got something down there, like don't ever do like the ahem. You can maybe do like a low kind of rumble, but like there are things that will only exacerbate irritation as opposed to clearing it up, like we sometimes think. So I just think about those kinds of tidbits that I've picked up over the past couple months that have been quite helpful. Here's the count, by the way.
Good day.
So I like to think I've adopted new habits that allow me to talk and stream with better confidence and better like a better grip on how to maintain things better, and also just to not do the 24-hour streams anymore. As much as I miss them, because I love doing the 24-hour streams, but when it comes to the charity streams, I just now split them up into smaller chunks. Still large, obviously. After a few months, yeah. I mean, I do feel that in the months after the surgery, I feel that my throat is more prone to drying out more quickly. Like, I feel like my throat gets drier quicker. So it's like, I think I'm drinking more water, but I also can't tell if it's just like, it's psychosomatic, like if I'm doing it myself. So I can't really tell, but that is like one thing that's kind of lingered, but it's not really a bad thing. It just means I want to drink more water now, and that is a good thing to do. So if that's like a side effect that is causing a kind of inconvenience, it's a healthy inconvenience because drinking water is a good thing to do. Everything just works better when you're better hydrated, obviously.
He's the court wizard. He has a room in the North Wing.
In the North Wing?
Gloomy fellow. I've heard he consorts with Daedra. I'd steer clear of him if
really?
I were you.
Wonder if he's got some shit in his wizard's tower that is about his Daedra consortations.
Kudai seems to be in good spirits again after Henantir's return.
Oh, sorry.
She
The
listened
microphone.
strangers help in the search. Well, good show, I say.
Was that me? Was I the stranger? It's been so long.
Bye.
You're the hands of a healer.
The hands of a healer. I think that means that I've got good restoration skills, which I do. That is accurate. So he said he's got a room in the North Wing. So it sounds like that is our destination. So we're going to don our sneaky things, and we're going to enjoy some sneaky times. It's kind of surprised we haven't found anything else that gives a chameleon as a constant effect. We might still later on, but for now we have yet to. But I mean, what is it? 85? 85 constant sneak effect is pretty dang good with the gear that we currently have. Look at that, 85%. We're just 15 short to being at a full 100, and then you can pretty much do whatever. It's pretty great. Let's see if we can find his room and maybe just maybe, if we can find the secret passage out of his room. He might be in his room wherever we are. Oh, this is his room. Okay. Could it be that he just has it in here? Wouldn't that be convenient? I'm expecting it's in his secret stash. Convenient that I would just kind of randomly happen upon this cool place, but I mean, I'd like to explore more, but I also don't want to overstay my welcome too much. I wonder if it's one of these things where, yeah, it's like one of these poles you pull, or a fake candle on the wall or something. Rain Magica, Summon Skeletal Hero, Jeweled Amulet. It's got some goods, actually. It's pretty nice stuff. Painting cannot be interacted with, which cannot be interacted. Nothing else there. Whoops. Oh, okay. Search both chests, neither had the arrow. It might be in the tower, exactly. Not a lot of wizardry stuff. Wizardly stuff. A secret chamber indeed, my good game protagonist. Oh, look at these. We've got some fake barrels. That's a little bit weird. What if I stand on the barrels and T-pose over them? If there was a button to T-pose, you know, I would spam it constantly. And steal some things to be sold. Could fence these to the nice folks over in the Thieves Guild. Make some extra dollars for ourselves and for the organization. Make everybody a little bit happy. Movable pillar. Yeah, that's got to be it. Before I venture to that, though, I do want to keep exploring a little bit more. So yes, unsurprisingly, that is what it came down to. Odd arrangement of the bed all the way out here, and the dressers and drawers are like in the middle of the room. You think it'd be against a wall, but what do I know, right? A very hard jewelry box. Haven't had one of these in a minute. Oh, heck. The skeleton key makes it so easy and enables my worst habits. Because I can just power through it each time as opposed to trying to be deliberate. Like in the old days when we didn't have the skeleton key, we had to be more... Yeah, more deliberate with very hard locks. Granted, we had like hundreds of lockpicks, but still. So I'm gonna save. It's because I don't know what awaits. Let us venture in. Hopefully he's not there waiting for us. Would be awfully awkward. It's behind us, so there's nothing. So it's not like super obvious what's going down. This is the hidden grotto. Yeah, it would be really awkward if he was in here. I'm sure we can extract this item. We can extricate this arrow of extrication without violence. I have full confidence. Oh. Oh. Now, that's not the dude. That's just a Dromora. You know, it'd be really cool. Would be very gamer if I could manage this without any combat at all. So I will try my darndest. Be extra double secret probation sneaky. Sneakret probation, even. Don't mind this floating ball of fire, by the way. Alright, this is a mud crab. The most vicious of all of God's creatures. Only a true monster would have mud crabs in his underwater dungeon. I think I just came from that way. Okay. This looks encouraging. Still nothing to, what was the word my guy used? Wizardly? Nothing terribly wizardly, although that looks encouraging. Are you the guy? You might be the guy. I found a pewter spoon. Is that good enough? He consorts with Daedra. And he also has a nice, handsome collection of skeletons. I'm gonna go ahead and put my torch away because we did learn that there's a chance, at least, that torches do make you more visible. Needs a key. Oh, it's one of these, is it? Can I pickpocket him? Oh, this is just a plain-ass conjurer. He's not the guy. He's just a guy. I can take his pants. He's probably not wearing them, sadly.
Keep your fingers to yourself, thief.
Oh, really? Okay. Alright, I can definitely see that I have my sword out. What sword do I have equipped? I got the good one. So much for no violence, but he's just a plain-ass conjurer. He's not the guy. Just a plain old fella. Uh-oh. So something knows of our presence. It's a good thing we saved right beforehand. So he did not have the key on his person. He just had fancy pants. What a fancy lad. I bet it's whatever's... Oh, it's a monster. It's probably a Dromora or something. I don't think it's a human person. A poisoned apple. Dude, this guy's got all kinds of weird shit. What in the world? Who is this strange man? I do kind of wish I could talk to him. But I fear that if I were to talk to him, he would bite me on sight. What if the Dromora has learned of our location? The one that we passed to get here. Need a key for that place. Oh! Stolen from the Mages Guild. Oh no, they know I done stole it. And they telepathically removed it from my person. That actually makes perfect sense. Oh, it's one of these. Alright, I'm actually gonna reload the save. I'm gonna see if I can do this without getting caught. Because I think it's because I was caught. I'll take that one. I'll be right behind him and sneak around. So I bet like if I can thieve without anybody knowing it. It's weird that they telepathically knew that I stole things. Despite nobody seeing it. It had the eyeball. The eyeball was lit the whole time. And I think that means like the monsters knew of my location. So I guess that like innately alerted everybody in the vicinity. And that means, and that probably includes the Thieves Guild guy. And they are, yeah, you're right. They are mages. Who knows what kinds of weird incantations they have for tracking these things, but whoop, another crash maybe? Thinking about it. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay. We good? Okay, we're good now. Man, the game is really not happy with us today. So let's see if I can steal them now. Because we are unseen. Yeah, that's exactly it. I think that's precisely it. It's when we're detected and then we steal something. That's where it crosses the line. Portal thing from time, but yeah, who knows? Maybe they're scrying on us right now, man. Who knows what that could entail? So here's the Daedra that... One of the Daedra that with whom he consorts. I'm assuming the word... Also, she's doing a little bit of a jig. A little bit of a dance. I'm assuming the word consort does not have like any... You know... Funny haha connotations. I think it really is just like to mean that you... commune with them. Not in the biblical sense, but in the literal sense. But I mean... He's got a boob spider on retainer in here, so that's... a little bit sus. You don't just keep a boob spider in your sex dungeon and not have anything to do with her. Like that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. If you get a boob spider in your sex dungeon, things are gonna happen. And if they don't, then it's an insult to boob spiders everywhere. Void salts, black seeds. BDR says, "Excuse me, what? The shit dogs? You know I'm speaking the truth. They hated him because he spoke the truth." Some taproot and some meats. She is just having a time, by the way. She's not the smartest boob spider, unfortunately. She's trying her best, but she's like infatuated with this one stone piece. The thick thread. That's right, Robot Sonic. See, I knew you'd get it. Robot Sonic, by the way, are you excited for your video game that comes out in like 11 hours? I'm of course referring to the new Sonic game. Because, yeah, I've heard pretty encouraging things. I know lots of folks are excited for it. I hope it's very good. I hope it is very, very good. Because I know Sonic Forces was just okay. And that, what was before Sonic Forces? I guess, Generations? I guess Sonic Generations, which was pretty good apparently, but that was mostly like a remix of existing Sonic games. Trying to seduce me with a sexy dance. It's almost working. This is a pretty sexy dance. She knows I have a fetish for standing in place and T-posing and just like vibrating. That is one of my many fetishes, but I'm gonna have to politely decline. Breath of the Wild kind of vibes? Perfect. Perfect, yeah. I mean, I love Breath of the Wild, so I'm down. I recognize not everybody loves it, so it's not a guaranteed win, but I'm super down for this, so I hope it's good. I hope it's good, and I hope it's not like a Breath of the Wild implementation that is just at the service level. Like, I hope it does some truly unique and cool and weird things. And based on the trailers, it looks pretty cool and weird. So I have high hopes. Like with any new game announcement, it's like I try to keep a what's the word? Cautious optimism. So I don't want to get too excited, but hopeful. Very bright down here. You know what? It's so deep. I'm going to breathe the water for a bit. I'm over encumbered. Oh, right. I have a thing that raises my strength, don't I? Well, I should probably either drop some things or maybe try to repair some things. Can I repair underwater? Strangely, yes. Decent amount of ways and places to go fast. Yeah. I mean, Breath of the Wild and fast. That's to my scrubby ass, I think that's a pretty good combo. Could do a lot worse. Let's drop a few things to make room. So like, yeah, we'll drop some of these because these are heavy and not very efficient. Let's drop a second one. We'll sink slowly to the bottom, as so shall we. What quest is this? So this is part of the Thieves Guild quest. There's also bones. How deep does this thing go? This is a Thieves Guild quest. We are to retrieve the Arrow of Extrication, is what they called it. Oh, look at this. There's a dagger falling down there as well. Arrow of Extrication, it is for the Thieves Guild, and it is shortly after we had acquired a number of things for the Gray Fox directly. I can't remember what those things were. One of them was like a magic stone. The other one was like a powerful artifact that was another cave somewhere or another tomb somewhere. So we're getting a bunch of just kind of various odds and ends for the Thieves Guild, specifically for the Gray Fox, and we don't really know why, but his requests have been not just like garden variety things, like weird things. God, it's weird fighting when you're in chameleon mode, because I can't see the swings that I'm doing. All I can see is just like the dude hitting me. Oh gosh, yeah, so when you can't see your arms. Wow, he is stun locking me. Has he hit me without stun locking me once? Jesus, well, he's dead now. I think every single one of those attacks stun locked us, god dang. Giant slaughterfish, which I've never seen before. Never seen one of these bad boys, but he ate everything. God damn. He ate bones and lockpicks and repair hammers and skulls. What a boss. Greaves of the Everlasting. It's kind of nice. I'll take the Sea Stride. 12 crab meat, he ate a goddamn drake somehow. That's impressive. Those things are big, strong lads. Strong boys. So I'm wondering if there's anything else down here. Because we need a key to get into where he likely keeps that arrow. He might have the key on his person, so we might need to find the guy himself. We found one of his conjurer underlings, but nothing more. Playing on lots of cool characters, yeah. Oh, you're saying when you play good characters, you miss out on the good stuff. Because yes, the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, for that matter, is full of evil shit. In fact, just earlier tonight, we finished up the Dark Brotherhood quest line entirely. We finished it all up, and it ended on quite a bang. Quite I would say maybe even controversial in some ways, but a very, like shocking bang. Like, oh, damn, some shit went down in the Dark Brotherhood. Thieves Guild, not quite as, like, sinister, evil, murderous, but not good either, that's for sure. Definitely doing illegal things. I like to think it's more Robin Hood, you know, steal from the wealthy, give to the poor, that kind of thing. This leads outside, by the way. Not cast spells underwater. Well, fine, I'll do it this way. So it was very good, but yeah, this is my first ever Oblivion playthrough. So I still have much to learn, and I am very much learning. So that passage, I guess I should probably remind myself, that passage was not his wizard tower. That just led to his wizard tower. So it's possible that there was more down here. Let's actually check the map. Oh, in fact, yeah, there was more. So, all right, so hold up. I'll bite. Is there anything out here? We're in the bottom of the fucking ocean out here. I swim to the surface. Daedric Princess, yeah, we've done a bunch of Daedra quests, not a ton. Oh, there's still many left to do. So we're just out in the middle of nowhere in Breville. What happens to the end robot Sonic? I don't know if I want to spoil it. It's very, very worth experiencing. So if you've played Oblivion but you've never done the Dark Brotherhood questline, I would highly recommend it. There is some evil stuff you do. A lot of it is like you're killing people that are not necessarily innocent themselves. And the like story that unfolds and like the people you interact with are pretty dang memorable. So I would highly recommend it. If the idea of doing evil stuff isn't to your fancy, then I get that. But if you are curious, it's really best to be played to be believed. So let's go back down this way. So yeah, this was not the proper way to go. Hey, what's up, Master Train? How do you get the captions? I will show you, my friend. So that has all the details about closed captions, so it should be available for anybody who wants to use them. So it should be in the bottom right hand corner, a little CC clickable icon next to the gear icon. But if for any streamers that or just people in general who want to apply this to your own channel, if you're a streamer or an aspiring streamer and want to try this yourself, then yeah, that plugin or that link has the plugin that I use, and it's very, very good. I like that it doesn't take up too much space and that it's not like overwhelming, because there is a Twitch extension that also does the job, but it's very, I think it's a bit much, and it's I don't personally like to use it. So I like the idea of something that can be enabled, but is not enabled by default for all and requires manual action to override. So I like it. I like the plugin approach, not so much the extension approach. So yes, I think, yeah, this is the way. There was also apparently a side path, but I don't know if that's one we can like reach ourselves from here. Oh, is it the slaughterfish? Or is it the mud crab? You hear battle music. Well, we have something that has seen us, but we don't have eyes on us right now. I'm gonna guess it's a slaughterfish. It's not the slaughterfish. Is it another slaughterfish? I'm slaughtering the slaughterfish. Yeah, we saw this earlier. A little bit curious. Human bones in front of a place like this. It's the eel from Mario 64. This is where he hides out, right? Can the eel come out to play? Maybe that's what the giant slaughterfish was. Turns out Mario 64 exists in the Elder Scrolls universe. So now something has seen us. Like something has eyes on us right now. So we have to be careful what we steal. Because if whatever we steal is technically owned by the Mages Guild, then we will be punished for our transgressions. It must have been one of those mud crabs you saw earlier, or something. I think we've already been here, maybe? Plumbers Guild? Dude, that'd be dope. You kidding me? Yeah, like a plumbers and like maintenance workers guild. Dude, sign my ass up. I'd go for that in a heartbeat. Needs a key. This might just be the opposite side of the door that we saw earlier, so maybe we don't need the key after all. Wouldn't that be just convenient? Most convenient. So yeah, the battle music and the illuminated eyeball in the center as we're trying to sneak means that something knows more or less where we are, but they know of our presence and they know of it at all times. Oh, and whatever it is behind this door right here. Ouch. So they lost track of us. He summoned another Dremora and killed the old one. Wait, are they fighting each other? What? There must have been some friendly fire. He must have hit the dude on accident. Yeah, this is not supposed to happen. This is not a summoned Dremora. This is his own buddy. Or not his own buddy. This is not a summon. This is like a unique one, that is. Oh, what the? Okay, yeah, now you see us. Okay. Ouch. Love to see that kind of infighting happen in this game. It's always so fun. Ouch. Can I disarm him? Nope, I'll just disarm his face. Forklift Guild? Yeah, before you can get forklift certified. It's Silver Maroon's Dagon. I'm forklift certified. Nothing can stop me now, motherfucker. Can you just... I can only imagine. If nothing else, this is how it always goes with an Elder Scrolls game. Even if it's not in the vanilla game, there's always the modding scene. Leave it to the modders to deliver what the people want. And in this case, the people desire. Nay, they scream for for the forklift certification quest. Oops. So we're once again over encumbered. Although I'm not in the water anymore, so I can actually go back to the previous amulet. The amulet of make us more strong for a little bit. Where is it? This one? No, not that one. Yeah, my amulet's mixed up. I mean, that one's good too. Cruelty's heart. There it is. Non-story Oblivion gates. I think that's fine, Robot Sonic. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. Because I've already closed all the Oblivion gates, so... Or, I haven't closed all of them, but I completed the main quest, which means the gates are closed. So I couldn't return to those gates if I wanted to. And I don't particularly want to because they are... they're cool at first, but like, you do a couple of them, it's like, okay, there's, like, 400 of these things, and I don't know if I have the patience to do much more than just the bare minimum. Okay. Got stuff repaired, we're all set. Yeah, so this conjurer still got. And it was it this? This is the one that was locked. Yeah, so I think this was the same general area. Such a drag until you found the speedrun strat. Yeah, that's probably what you want to do, honestly. Because, yeah, they are kind of a drag, aren't they? The monsters are all fucking tanks that take forever to kill. And it's rarely worth it. Sometimes, though, there are like, some really amazing things. I know there's a few, like unique Daedric weapons inside some of them. So, you do get rewarded for being comprehensive in your explorations, but still, it's a lot. Yeah, I'm curious about the speedrun strat, though. Just go fast with, like, a 90 speed. Yeah, just fucking go ham. That's probably, like, the intellectual strat, because it's a grind fest otherwise. By the way, Nirnroot spotting. Hell yes. Always a good day when Nirnroot is in our party. No, actually, this is looking familiar. Well, it shouldn't, though. This is still new. Sneak around the mud crabs. Or I could sneak attack the mud crabs. Did that count as a sneak attack? It did. Here's his lair. Alright, so... lair, but I hardly even know her. Let's go ahead and save, because he might be in there waiting for us. He might already know all of what we're about. Hopefully not, though. This is definitely the place, though. This arrow's got to be in here somewhere. Can we do this without being discovered? I believe the answer is yes. I believe in my sneaky skills. Probably. So we have a locked door. More Dremora lads. But again, we're so sneaky, he'll never have any idea we exist. Keep walking. Keep doing your thing, bud. Turned around kind of suddenly there, didn't he? This is a dead end. We have a steel dagger, a skull, and not much else here right now. That's a boring dead end. Let's keep looking. There's the Zivale. Zivale? I don't know how to pronounce it, but those things. Arrow of extrication. Where are you so that I might extricate you? Oh. Well, I can't tell if he's the guy or a guy, but the way he's like facing very no, okay, I don't think he's the, well, yeah, he might be, actually, he might be. Whether he's just staring ahead ominously is, well, it's quite ominous. And also there's no way in here without getting past this motherfucker. If I do this. Unlock it. Oh, I can't unlock it because it is a very hard lock. So I'll reach really far away. Look how far we can reach with our arms, by the way. Well, you can't really see where I am, but I'm like, I don't know, 5 feet away, maybe? Got these gangly ass arms. Can I get it first try? No, I cannot. God damn it. Again, the skeleton key, it enables my laziness. Lots of skips. Well, yeah, if you have like a high enough acrobatic skill, you can just jump past shit, can't you? Just skip whole sections. Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty great. He's just a conjurer. He's not the guy, just a guy. How about you? You are a conjurer adept, so she's higher level. She's just a person. She's not the person. Like, really, we don't have quarrel with these people. Our quarrel is with the item that we seek. We don't need to cause murders. We did enough murdering in the Dark Brotherhood. That's not what we're entirely about. It's only what we're partially about. Open very hard lock, that is. Master Calcinator, that's actually kind of useful. And a lot of gold. That's actually more gold than we're being paid for this quest, so that alone was worth the price of admission, I would say. There it is. Is this his tower? Gotta be it. Alright. First try. Come on, baby. Oh, heck. I was doing so good. Doing so well, rather. Oh, we're outside. Well, this is where we wanted to go, or we needed to go, I suppose. Where the hell are we right now? Oh, we're like in a separate instance right now. I don't think we can actually get to the outside from here. Yeah, we're in his tower. It looks like it's outside, but I don't think you can actually leave the outside cell. Are you the guy? Nope, he's just another fucking dude. He has a lot of conjurers underneath his wing. I found his tower. Yes, I did. Needs a key, though. Of course it do. So I could try to pick that man's pocket and slap his ass, or... Oh, we got Daedrus, we got Frost Atronox, I think. So it turns out, this might blow your mind, dear viewer, but conjurers like to conjure things. They like to conjurate things. Crazy, right? Who fucking would have guessed?
Well, look who we've got here.
Really? Freaking cheaters, man. The whole lot of you. So you know what? I'm taking off the chameleon stuff for just a minute so I can see myself as I can navigate a little bit easier with the combat stuffs. So give me like 5 minutes while I switch out to the different armor, please. Different armor, different rings. What was the other one? I think it was this one, yes. Summoning drill more. This person sounds very angry. They're just screaming at me from down below. I just disarmed him, I think. Oh, no, never mind, never mind. Oh, it's a lady. Bonk. That took out the thing that she summoned, but then we got these friends. Oh, you're fat. I didn't want to kill you, dude. You know what? You know what? When did I last save? I last saved here. I'm going to see if I can do the sneaky. I would really love to do the sneaky. I'll feel so cool. I'll feel like such a gamer. So I think he was on the 3rd floor then. I was kind of curious about what's over there. I dropped my sneak mode for just like a brief moment and it betrayed me. I guess the Mages Guild just kind of turns a whole blind eye to this whole like thing about this guy having a, this guy having like a near infinite stock of skeletons. Like, how do you think he's sourcing those skeletons? Seems like they kind of don't concern themselves too much with the details. If I had a nickel for every time, hey, what's up, one-legged duck? Yeah, I promise it wasn't intentional. I didn't want to do it, but I had to. He's got a Zevali that's just sitting right. Oh, wait. Okay, now he's schmoving. I'm really sneaky. Am I really sneaky? Hup! Oh, look at that. We can actually, for a brief moment. Oh shit, I'm sliding. Heck. I'm gonna try that again, because for a brief moment you can see the outside loading zones. You can see like the sky, well, maybe not skybox, but you can see like the land squares that make up the exterior. Hup! Yeah! Damn it. Yeah, you can kind of see that right there. Isn't that kind of cool? So this is like indication that we're not truly on the outside, so I don't think we could jump this wall if we wanted to. In fact, that might be what's preventing us, is not so much my lack of acrobatic skills, but an invisible wall, perchance. Have a good night, Ice Sonic. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. Hope the rest of your night goes well. It is quite late. I think this will probably be the last quest for the night once this wraps. Once this wraps, and then we give it the taps. Performing some experimentation. Experimentationes. Do you have a key on you, my dude? My dude and also my guy? He's got a lot of gold. I'll take the tower key and the strange key. I'm also going to save now that I've extracted those items from him. Extricated, maybe, those items from him. So other things I can steal. Gold, yes. The force fields of no passing, yes. The invisible walls. The one power we cannot get past. He's such a powerful mage. And such an amazing badass. Yet he has no idea. Why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Is it the heaping blood grass and the protruding imp gull? No, it's the cinnamon clusters and cinnamon and sugar swirls. I'm stealing his alchemist tools out from underneath him as he's using them. What a nerd. I'll take the tower key. It's actually we already had another tower key, but I'll take that too. Key-shaped arrowhead, is this it? It's not the whole arrow, though. Oh, it's in multiple pieces then. Hey, what's up, Gemma? And Young Dog, hope you're doing well, friends. How the hell am I such a high level? Valid question. So we've been playing this game for like 200 plus hours. Streaming it, actually, for 200 plus hours. We've done the main quests, all of it, all the main quests, and all the Dark Brotherhood quest line, and now we're in the midst of the Thieves Guild quest line. We're pretty far into that one, too. And Mages Guild and Fighters Guild. So we're doing a lot of shit. And in fact, we have several additional levels in our back pocket that I'm choosing not to go for yet because I don't want to level too quickly and like get the, like the bad guys, the level scaling. I don't want the level scaling to like fly out from underneath me. I'm trying to keep a handle on it if I can help it. So this is close to what the Gray Fox wants. I should take it to him. I wonder if there's more we could find, though. I'm going to keep looking around, especially because we can get into the tower proper now. Invisible wall. I know, it's some black magic, dude. Some evil shit, I would say. Started a replay, Gemma. That's awesome, bud. Yeah, this is my first playthrough. It's my first playthrough. I am... Well, first off, I made an absolute monster of a character, because I always tell people I wanted my character to be sad, purple, and round, and we accomplished all those things. And yeah, what level are we right now? We are level 30, level 29. That's pretty up there. And we mostly went with spellcasting. Mostly spellcasting. So that's... To answer your question of how the hell do we level so quickly, it's that, honestly. That is exactly it. But yeah, like I said, I choose not to level every time. I level every other stream. So we probably have, like, several levels we could use. We're at the point, though, where most bad guys have... I mean, more often than not, they have, like, full Daedric armor. This guy has Ebony, so he's not quite to that level. But a bunch of them do. So, like, after a certain point, it doesn't seem to really matter anymore. Oh, boy. My sneak skill has increased. I'm just gonna chill here for a second. No, I won't. I'm sneaking by right now. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Can I go up even more, maybe? It's hard to make a good-looking character. It does take attention and care to make a good-looking character. It took quite a lot of attention and care to make an absolute monster of a character as well. So I feel pretty happy about what I was able to construct out of this ridiculous guy. I'm gonna save here, actually. Yeah, we had to tinker with the sliders quite a lot to make it look as fucked up and weird as we did. But I'm pretty happy with the results. Ooh. Then we can make that jump. I'm trying to stay sneaky. Quentin Tarantino's brother. Yeah, I'm, what's a name that kind of sounds like Quentin? Quincy. I'm Quincy Tarantino. Alright, so now that we've done all that, we have the ability to get into the tower, and I would like to do that. I don't know if if I'm jumping the gun, though. Like, maybe I shouldn't do this just yet. But, I mean, no time like the present, right? I might as well. Needs a key, and I have multiple keys, actually, so I'm gonna save. Jump on in, baby. Yeah, because... Oh, this is the exit. Oh, okay, I was thinking we were getting into the tower. No, this is the outside area. Okay, so they were saying, yeah, they were saying that only the dude has the key to the entrance. That's true. But now we can get into the entrance because we have multiple entries of his key, copies of his key. So from here, then, we have part of what the Blue Gray Fox wanted, but is it enough? That's the thing. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to talk to him and be like, hey, man, here's what we got. Maybe there's another piece to it at some point. Separate save file. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Gemma, because that way you can like just go back to that character configuration, and then when you exit the tunnels, the sewer tunnels, you can change your class to something else if you wanted to, which is something I really liked, that you're not locked in. You know, if you kind of did you try a little bit of everything in the tunnels. You get the bow and arrow, you get the sword, you cast spells. So yeah, if you decide like, oh man, I want to do a different archetype, then I like that it gives you that option. But anyway, so we have the object. Take it to the Gray Fox. Do I know where he is, for that matter? I don't know if I know where he's at. Last time he was in Coral. Is he still in Coral? I definitely remember where Coral is. He is, apparently. He is. So that is nice. So yeah, I'll just fast travel there then. Actually, what I think I will do is stop by the market district and sell some things, because we have, once again, a very large inventory. If you thought I was high level, I mean, we're pretty high level, but what we really are is high-moneyed, high financial-ded. So we got the big bucks, for better or for worse. A lot of min-maxing of, like, buying low and selling high, as we say. So that has contributed quite a lot to our ability to gain a small fortune. And as a result, I intend to keep that that momentum going if possible. Unnecessarily so. I'm gonna sell things to our favorite shopkeeper. It's all the expensive things we just got. Also several things to sell to fencers, or to fences, rather. Stolen goods for the Thieves Guild. Let's get this one and this one. Now we are back to normal. No longer are we chameleoned. Does this say something new? No, just the same, I think. Okay. So like I said, we're gonna make a quick pit stop, sell some things, and then get ourselves over to Coral. Oh, not here. We're going to a merchant's inn because there's the one guy that has a lot of money, relatively a lot of money, to work with.
Whatever you need.
I'm at your service, he says. What a nice guy. So I got a few things to sell. I'm actually tempted to sell the Blade of Woe, but I mean, because again, Maroon's Razor is just the far superior weapon.
That's more than I'd usually
But,
pay.
yeah, I mean, of course, the other thing too is that it's a very high value weapon. And this guy does not have a ton of gold. So only so much can be done there. Everything else is fine, I think. Did acquire a few new things to sell. I think I also got some scrolls I'm going to want to sell. So this might take a second. But we have a lot of heavy items, so I think the bulk of it won't take too long to figure out. Helmet of the Flood. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. It's all fine and dandy. Going back and forth if I want to get rid of like stuff like this one. Acrobatics and Sneak. Would we ever need that? The answer is maybe. Maybe acrobatics, like if there was just something we had to jump to. I could see, perchance, maybe. Or if we needed ground speed. Well, no, acrobatics wouldn't help ground speed, never mind. So it's hard to imagine a world where it would be needed, but there is a small chance, so I guess that's good enough. The Deceiver's Fury, or Finery, rather, Fury. Finery, that one's okay too, I think, yeah. Some of these I'm like, will I ever really use them? And some of them, the chance is yes. The answer is that there's a chance. This one, not so much, so I'll sell that one.
For a good customer.
For a good customer. That's us! 100 bottles of skooma, just drink them all at once and then see what happens. Actually, you can do that in Morrowind, but in this game, you're limited in how many potions or bottles of something you could drink because you have limited stomach capacity. So if you try to drink like 10 potions, after like 3 or 4, your character's gonna be like, I can't drink anymore. I need to digest first, or I gotta piss it out. They don't say piss it out, but they should. Keep stuff in chests. That's a good point too, Gemma. Yeah, if nothing else, we got the houses. So if I needed to drop things off, I probably could do it that way. As opposed to this kind of old school approach. But as a Morrowind guy, I tend to stand to the more old school approach, for better or for worse. Scroll down. I got a bunch of things to sell. So let's sell. Let's see, that's the better one, Master Calcinator. So let's sell this one. And then I only have a Journeyman Retort, and oh, I guess the other ones were stolen, right? Right, the other ones were stolen. How could I forget? Okay, never mind.
A fine transaction.
I like Poison of Sickness. Oh yes, I like my poison to sicken people. Don't all poisons of sickness do that? Aren't all poisons poison of sickness? So it's kind of pedantic at that point, don't you think? Water breathing, no thank you. We have spells for that, and equipment for that matter too. Paralysis is good. Absorption is good. Chameleon is good. Healing, I don't need that many healing potions. Let's do like... It's all 4 of them.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
Have I fought in the arena? Not yet, Gemma. In fact, I should probably do that before too long, because, again, with the level scaling, eventually all the dudes and dudettes in the arena will be full Daedra equipment, so that might be a little spicy. Sell 3 of them.
A good
Sell
price.
those as well. For a good customer.
You've made a good bit of gold.
Good bit of gold. Oh wait, did I need that glow dust? I might actually double check the Daedra quest, because there's a chance I needed that glow dust.
That seems a fair
Or a
price.
Daedra quest. I can't remember if I've done that already. Bound shield, don't need that one.
Price for a good customer.
For a good customer. What about a potion of being down with the sickness? Ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah. Exactly. Skooma flying, yeah. That's one of the best things about Morrowind that I love so much, is the freedom to just do shit like that and just destroy the game in the dumbest way possible. Dumbest ways possible. Turn your character into a ball of energy that can just fucking break the game. It's so satisfying and so stupid. And I love it forever. Yeah, it's always going to be one of my favorite games. And I've mentioned before that I have desires to get back to Morrowind as far as things that I stream. I have desires to get back to Morrowind once I'm finished with the changes that I'm making for the mods that I've developed. I'm kind of doing like kind of a revamping of... I did revamps of all 3 mods, but the first 2 are done, but the third one's taking a lot longer because that revamping is much more ambitious. But once that's done, then yeah, I want to get back into doing Morrowind Randomizer because that was such a fun thing to play, and I've been playing this game has made me reminding myself how much I miss Morrowind, and the Morrowind Randomizer streams were really special. So that's something that's that'll be a fun return to form, I think. Is there anything else? Lots of invisibility, spell absorption, that's fine, I think. A bunch of summon, yeah, a bunch of summon ones. Soul trap is good. It's all these things.
You got... That's a good deal.
The rest of them we shall maintain, I think. Yep, we're all good. And then common soul gems, you got it.
And that's more than I'd usually pay.
A lot of grand soul gems. I'm gonna sell... want to sell any of them. 11 feels like excessive. But that's the name of the game, right? Excess is how it goes. Alright, we still have this. We still have this. How could I forget? Yeah. I mean, I was thinking it was going to come in handy with the quest that we were doing, but probably not anymore, so... We probably don't need that, but I don't know anybody that would want to buy that from us. I wonder what skooma tastes like. Well, isn't it like condensed moon sugar? If there was an explanation for what moon sugar tastes like, or its texture, that would probably help. Selling a Daedra heart, right? Yeah. Oh, they're rare in Skyrim. Interesting. Because in Morrowind, after a certain point, they come a dime a dozen in Morrowind. In this game, they're pretty frequent. It's a bit hard on the eyes. Yes, agreed. And there are games, obviously. What am I saying? Games. There's mods, obviously, to make it look a little bit nicer. Quite a bit nicer, even. But still, at the end of the day, it is still a 20-plus-year-old game at this point, which is pretty wild. Hey, what's up, Onyxandra? Yeah, I'm always down for an excuse to speak well of Morrowind. It's one of my favorite video games ever. Of course, it was my first Elder Scrolls game, so that explains why it's especially special to me. But looking at it as objectively as I can, I also think it's just a solid game in general. So I really love it. It's like popping candy. Yeah. Like candy rocks or what's it called? Yeah, pop rocks. Pop rocks is what it's called. Yeah. It's that, but like mixed with cocaine, probably. It's like you snort a line of it, and you get the pop rock, crinkly, poppily sensations, but you get it inside of your nostrils. That's what I'm thinking. So, are we going... Oh, it's the same place as earlier. Right. Okay, so it's still that same guy's house. How could I forget? Yeah, this guy's like... Don't keep him waiting, man. Yeah, the Morrowind randomizer should be funny. It should be really fun stuff. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Morrowind randomizer is not a single mod. It's actually a collection of mods, most of which involving mods that I did not make. But there's a few mods that I did make to kind of supplement this idea that I had, where there's a mod that lets you that randomizes your starting location. There's one that randomizes your starting stats, your gender, your vampire status, if you're a vampire, that kind of thing. Your birth sign, your major skills, minor skills, all of it randomizes everything. And inspired by another streamer whose name is Danae, Danae Plays, she does like randomized, something kind of similar. She has randomized win conditions, so I added a bunch of win conditions. I basically like copy and pasted her win conditions list and added a bunch to it, and modified some of the existing ones, and added additional modifiers to like, oh, you have to do this condition, but you can only do this. And you're limited from doing this, and you can't do this. Those kinds of modifiers that you kind of randomly will sprinkle in. And I play with permadeath rules, so it's kind of like a roguelike of sorts. Or a roguelite, I guess, of sorts. So anyway, so that's kind of something I'm looking forward to getting back into. But like I said, the modding that I'm involved with right now is quite time consuming, and I'm also getting ready to move, because my fiance and I are getting married in a few months, and I'll be moving into her house. So So yeah, it's very time consuming, but it'll be worth it. There's a mod for everything. There absolutely is. There absolutely is. That being said, we're gonna wrap it up here, folks. It is quite late. If you want to stick with me a little bit longer, we're gonna check out the bingo board for tonight's stream. If anybody's curious, if you want to generate a bingo board yourself, you're welcome to. But otherwise, I will generate one myself, and then I will. Whoops, that is wrong. That's the wrong thing. I didn't mean to launch that. Yeah, let's close that. We're going to check out the bingo board, see if we got a bingo for today. And if we do acquire a bingo, then I'll be sure to give you a free nut button, as well as add 5 points to the charity point counter, which we're always contributing to, or always keeping track of, that is. So, do this. For anybody curious, like I said, oh, that's the wrong scene. This is the one. There we go. That's the old one. So for anybody curious, this is based on tonight's stream. Like I said, if you copy and paste that link into your preferred browser, it'll generate a unique Oblivion themed bingo card. And if we get a bingo, then we'll have like a few extra fun little bells and whistles. Thank you for the congratulations, by the way, Gemma. I am excited. It'll be a fun time. And yeah, we'll be like I said, we'll be getting married within a few months, most assuredly within a few months. I'm not exactly sure the exact date. It'll be real small and simple, whatever we end up doing. So here we go. So we got a couple things. Did we get it by silence? I want to say I don't think so. I feel like this is not a terribly combat heavy night. So I think that did not happen. We did not die. We definitely broke character during a TED talk earlier that somebody redeemed. Daedric Shrine, no. Although I do need to check my list of Daedra quests, because I think there might be still some I'm tracking. Glitchy NPC behavior. I'm going to say the monsters would count for this. They weren't NPCs because they weren't characters, but non-playable monsters, sure, still works. We started late, yes. Did I show something unrelated or unprompted? No. Yes. No Alien Ruins tonight. Morrowind references. None that I can think of tonight. I mentioned it, but none that came from the endgame stuff. Abandoned castles, yes. Keeps, rather. Stream went down, yes, temporarily. I would say yes, well... Yes, temporarily. Temporarily did go down because Oblivion, OBS crashed. I am live. I did not contract a disease, nor did I level up. Hit by paralyzed. I don't think we got incapacitated at all today. Not a lot of combat. I am going late tonight. Abandoned cave or mine. I want to say, I don't know actually. Did we go into an abandoned mine or cave tonight? I don't think we did. We did dungeons and we did like castle, like keeps, that kind of stuff. And we did like underneath keeps, but I wouldn't say that's a cave or a mine. That one I'm gonna say probably no to that one. We got one raid tonight, no very hard locks succeeding at least. We didn't witness enemies taking damage from traps, although we did see friendly fire, so I might say that counts. Friendly fire from another enemy. Bandits, no. Imperial City, yes. New spill, no. Overencumbered, yes. So, yeah, this one, I can't think of a mine we would have gone into. Also, an alien ruin. So, yeah, so no mines and no ruins ruined our chance at a bingo tonight, unfortunately. So we had that one and that one. Otherwise, yeah, we didn't get either of these two. Those are the only near misses, unfortunately. So not too bad. So that ends the stream for tonight, my friends. So thus ends Oblivion. We'll keep at it again next time, of course. But that is it for the night.